Where'd you disappear to?
Today is the day that we put Mathis on the NFL map. A long shot from the depths of the unknown to being drafted by an NFL team.
All the eyes on you. What's to stop you from hightailing again?
Let me ask you something. Why are you here? Because football's my life.
My father used to say, when the world knocks you down, get back up again.
Wade is miles behind.
Long shot. You gonna get hit today.
You're not the only one trying to get drafted. No, man, forget you.
Devin Wade at the line for the final play of the game. It's the biggest moment of your life.
Let's go out there and prove to the world that we belong.
Round of applause for the drumline, guys. That's Madden like you've never seen it. And I might be biased, but I'm pretty sure that's the most innovative Madden we've done in well over a decade. Welcome to EA Play 2017, coming to you from the Hollywood Palladium. This is our second year at EA Play. Last year we went out on a limb. We tried to do something a little different with a view to changing the way you interact with products before they launch. We wanted to do something that put the games in your hands earlier, and it showed us how much further we can go. As you can see, we've built a creative space here. We're right in the middle of it. This is going to be where it all goes down over the next 3 days, playing, creating, and sharing with the rest of the world. We've built it this way for a very simple reason. We want more of you to be able to experience this moment. For thousands of you in Hollywood this week, we have hundreds of stations for hands-on gameplay. And for tens of millions of you out there joining online from across the world, you won't hear it just from us. You'll hear it from players, right here. They're here to see new things, to ask questions, to challenge us, to tell us what they like and especially what they don't. They're going to connect with each other and create content. And of course, they're going to play as many games as they possibly can. So let's set the stage for what we'll do over the next hour and a bit. We're going to go deep into 8 new experiences, each with major reveals, massive innovation, and stories that'll pull you in. 2 years ago, we launched Star Wars Battlefront, and we got a lot of feedback. A lot of it positive, and a bunch of it constructive. That's a euphemism for not as positive. So today we're going to bring you 30 minutes of Star Wars Battlefront 2. And what we hope you'll see is that we've addressed all of the feedback and gone even further. We've got a mix of everything here for you. A look at new IP, some killer new trailers, demos, and a bunch of live gameplay. This is going to be a lot of fun. And it should be, right? Because we're all here for one simple reason. All of us share one fundamental belief, and that's that games are the best form of entertainment on the planet. Yeah! They connect us like nothing else. They bring us together across cities and countries. They inspire us. They ignite the fires of competition inside us. Games allow us to do extraordinary things and to be extraordinary in our own ways. Games enable us to be our most creative selves, whether that's as game makers trying to pioneer new ways to play, or players making each game a unique expression of our own passion for what we do. Games put the power of play in our hands, to do with it what we want and to make it our own. So let's celebrate. For the next 3 days, we're here to celebrate play with all of you. And what better place to start than with a game that has taken the world by storm, Battlefield 1. There's more than 20 million Battlefield 1 players out there today, and we've got a lot to share about a revolution that's coming to this great franchise. So let's jump to Battlefield right from the creative heart of EA Play.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrew Galata, producer for Battlefield 1 at our DICE studio right here in LA. I'm standing inside the Creator Cave at EA Play, where our community is creating new content to share with players across the globe. It's unbelievably rewarding to see more than 20 million players embracing the game, crafting their own memorable moments, only possible in Battlefield 1. Let's take a look.
Hey, Noob, I got some questions to ask you.
Okay.
What is it about the Battlefield franchise that's so special and appealing to you?
The thing I find special about Battlefield is teamwork. I'm not good at shooting. Sometimes I like to repair, or heal, or hide.
Oh, I just shot an airplane out with the K bullet!
I'm most definitely proud to be a part of the Battlefield community. I've never been a part of any other gaming community where people are just so passionate about their game.
Everyone in this community is focusing on making this game as best as it can be and expanding on the experiences that we've already had.
No way!
Was mich an Battlefield begeistert, ist die schiere Bandbreite an Dingen, die ich in diesem Spiel tun kann.
Player versus tank versus plane versus environment.
My most memorable moments is what I do with my community. A 64-man army that just does massive, crazy things.
I have made so many amazing friends who have become more like family.
It's something that brought a whole lot of people together. We'll squad up and go and tear it up.
Boom!
You got it?
Oh, I killed them all! I killed them all!
Oh, got a roadkill!
I'll never be able to do that again in my life. I'll never be able to do that again in my life. Never, ever. That's it. That's as good as it gets. I should just stop playing. I should quit.
He just disabled a moving truck with a grenade while jumping off a horse. Incredible. We love these only in Battlefield moments, and we want even more of them. So we're bringing more ways for you to play. First, Night Maps debut this summer. In Neville Nights and Prise de Terreur, you'll need to deploy tactics as you fight through the night in a massive network of trenches. Second, I'm excited to announce a major revolution in Battlefield 1. We're bringing epic battles to the Eastern Front of World War I. In the Name of the Tsar expands Battlefield 1 to the blistering winter in the East. This is the biggest front of World War I, and with it, we're bringing you 6 new maps, the Russian army, including the mighty Hussar cavalry, new vehicles and weapons to expand your arsenal, and the iconic Women's Battalion of Death. Finally, we're introducing a richer gameplay experience in both progression and operations mode. By bringing deeper player progression through all new assignments, the ability to tailor your playstyle with specializations, and new multi-battle experiences woven through the fan-favorite game mode, Operations. All of this coming in September as part of In the Name of the Tsar. And for the next 3 days, the Lupkow Pass map from In the Name of the Tsar is right here at EA Play. For those of you tuning in, you'll get a glimpse of it from these guys when they share it on their channels very soon. So there you have it, 8 new maps in total, opening up the largest front in World War I with new ways to play. There's never been a better time to be part of the Battlefield community. Now enough of me. Let's give you a first look at In the Name of the Tsar. A revolution is coming.
Услышишь гром и вспомнишь обо мне. Полоска неба будет твердо алой, а сердце будет, как тогда. В огне.
Hi everyone. Teams. 6,000 of the most creative people making truly amazing experiences,
Opening up the
including Battlefield
largest
1.
front in World War I.
Now this summer
with
is
new
going to be
ways
huge.
to play. There's
So much
never
new
been
content,
a better time
so
to
much
be
more
part
to
of the
play,
Battlefield
and
community.
so many new ways to play.
Now enough of me.
And there's one
Let's
more
give
thing
you a
we'll bring
first
to
look
Battlefield.
at In the Name of the Tsar.
Later this
A
year,
revolution
we're going to
is
give
coming.
you a new competitive Battlefield experience. We've heard you. You want a smaller, tighter experience focused on team play. You want all-out war built for competition, and you want it accessible to players and to viewers. And it's coming.
Услышишь
I can't
гром
wait to share more with you
и
guys at
вспомнишь
Gamescom in
обо мне.
August. Now, competition is at the center of EA today, and we've always thought
Полоска
about it a
неба
little
будет
differently.
твердо
We
алой.
believe in making stars of all our players. Let me tell you something
А
really
сердце
cool. Last
будет,
month, I was watching
как тогда.
an amazing competitor, Shells. He made it to the FUT Championship finals in Berlin. 6 months ago, this guy was no one. Now he's a worldwide star. And he'll be competing with the best of the FIFA Interactive World Cup finals in August. Now, we want to find more stars, so we're doubling down in competition in ways only EA can. This fall, we're launching the largest FIFA championship ever, with many ways to compete. Hi everyone. The best FUT players are competing in FIFA Ultimate Team Champions Cups. 6,000 in our official football league making truly amazing experiences
opening up
favorite
the
battle of the world.
largest-
So this guy was now he's a worldwide star. And he'll be competing with the We'll have much more to share, including our Madden plans later this summer. As developers, your passion is what fuels us. Your stories inspire us, and competition like nothing else brings them to life.
Magnificent goal! If anything happens in this tournament, at least he has that.
This is my first time. My first time. This is my first time competing.
I just thought maybe this is something I could do.
So many good players.
I want to beat them just like they want to beat me.
I
just don't understand how people think I'm the underdog.
That is confidence right there. This is the highest level you can play. There is a real thin line between success and failure. How nervous are you right now? It's going to be a really tough game.
I'm never going to lose ever in my life.
Wide open!
He's just a person you can hate.
He is an absolute beast.
Loves it up to Thomas! I wonder if we're going to see a handshake. Nope, not going to see it. He's come up in second place time and time again.
And we have a game! Rocky scored it!
Now's the time to stand up.
Skimbo is moving on!
This is what competitive gaming's all about.
Oh, my word!
We're about to crown a new king.
There it is! It's Rocky that is your champion!
And Michael Skimbo is your Madden 17 champ. He's come out of nowhere.
Were you ever in doubt in that game?
I was in doubt the whole time.
These guys are going through something special right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, sitting on your couch, this could be you.
There's no I in it, I bring it on my team. Who you wanna holler, who you wanna never know? Don't be a
early. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the men in Brazers. That's 141. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. Oh, we really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything produced from the passion and crackpot and that is somehow we need to convince world leaders like Ron Barrow to become forefront about the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the men in Brazers around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. We must a world player personality. Differentiate the fit. We've tricked them all, there you go. Yep, I went early, Ross. I went early. They felt with detail. Around the world. I'm Dave O'Wayler. We are delighted to be here. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top. Everything put together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world can use the light now. A four-player personality differentiating the we tricked them all, there you go. Starting early, Ross. They felt the detail. Around the world, they are delighted. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top. Together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world nation use the lighthouse. A four-player personality differentiating the we tricked them all, there you go. Starting early, Ross. They felt the detail. Around the world, they are delighted. We really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top. Together. Ross, look at this. Look at how the world nation use the lighthouse. A four-player personality differentiating the we tricked them all, there you go. Starting early, Ross. They felt the detail.
Based off the game, you're driving across cities, mountains, deserts, and canyons in the most diverse open world ever made for a Need for Speed game. There's a lot of great new elements in this game, but also obviously a lot of fundamentals like customization. We go way deeper when it comes to visual and performance customizations, as well as introducing something on top of that, something we call the Relicts, which are abandoned classic cars that you transform from scrap to stock to supercars.
Speaking of customization, my homie Nick, AR12 Gaming, he looks like he's customizing a classic Beetle. He's going to be doing a lot more of this customization and gameplay at 1:30 on the stream if you want to come back. But enough talking about it, I'm trying to see it.
Yeah, we're absolutely very excited to show you the first, one of the blockbusters from Need for Speed Payback, called the Highway Heist, that shows that intense action driving experience. So let's turn around and take a look.
Koenigsegg Regera, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. We intercept, then grab the cargo.
It'll be part of a convoy.
What are you thinking?
Quick hit and run. Get me close to the truck and I'll take care of the rest. Get me close to that truck before it hits the tunnel. The house won't let us anywhere near the truck. We gotta take out those cars. Get rid of these guys.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get that truck.
Look out! Shit! Damn it!
What the hell?
This guy's out of his mind.
There's something much bigger going on here.
What's the play?
Forget the tunnel. We get him before he reaches the city.
Guys, more house cars headed your way. They are?
They're going down either way.
Take him out, Ty.
Guys, city's coming up fast. Jess, I've got a really bad idea.
Mac?
Ladder on the side. You can get up on his right.
It's now or never, Jess.
Do it. Keep it steady!
Jump!
Jess! Jess? You got this?
Jess!
I got this.
That's what I'm talking
out. Good job, team. Let's take this baby home.
Let's see what she can do. Okay, boys. Let's even the odds.
I can assure you that plays as well as it looks. Last year at EA Play, we unveiled EA Originals. The program was something we created to support small, independent studios, to help bring experiences that are unique, gorgeous, innovative, and memorable to the world. We are partnering with game creators through the process from development to marketing to publishing. But EA Originals is also about funding, about offering a level of security. The profits from these games go back to the hands of the developers. We have been overwhelmed with the indie community's reaction to this. I can tell you, we've received hundreds of pitches, many of them brilliant, and as a result, we now have several new titles in development. Today, I want to introduce you to our next EA Originals title, one that I've been very close to from the beginning. This game tells a story in an entirely new way. Now, a few years ago, I played the indie hit, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, with my oldest daughter. I loved how different the game felt. The mechanics and storytelling were really cool, and we both loved the emotional story. So I decided to contact the game's creator, Joseph Fares. When we met, we instantly realized we shared the same passion for games and how to bring new experiences to players. I also found out that he was building a new studio called Hazelight. Now, we're thrilled to be working with Joseph to bring his new project to all of you. What started out as a wild idea on paper has now turned into a groundbreaking, one-of-a-kind game called A Way Out. Take a look.
What's your plan?
Stay the hell away from me, okay?
I'm sure you have good reasons to bust out of here, but I need to get out of here too.
Yeah? Not my problem.
It's pitch black. We need a light.
Screw it. I'll go first.
Oh, crap! You okay? You have a problem?
Yeah, I got a problem with you.
I love you, buddy.
Vincent, what are you doing here?
She's my daughter, too.
See? Problem solved.
Come on, Leo!
Hey, my name is Joseph Fares, and I'm the writer-director of A Way Out. I'm so excited to be here and show you the game. So, after I finished Brothers, I wanted to make another game that pushed the boundaries on how to tell stories without compromising on gameplay. And this is the reason why I started Hazelight Studios together with the team behind Brothers. And working with EA's Originals was perfect for this, because we have the full creative freedom and trust from EA to deliver the game we truly believe in. And that is very important for Hazelight, let me tell you that. So, the idea for A Way Out came to me when me and a friend trying to find a co-op game that wasn't just a drop-in, drop-out experience. I wanted to play a game where the characters had unique personalities and goals. A game where me and a friend can embark on an emotional journey together. And this is exactly what A Way Out is. The game is designed for split-screen co-op only, and I mean only. So you will be able to play it online, but to get the full experience and feel, we want you and your friend to play it in your couch. And gameplay-wise, Yeah, couch, nice, right? Action. Finally, yeah. And what was I going to say? Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, wait, it's coming to me. Come on. Gameplay-wise, it's going to be crazy. There's going to be a huge amount of variation. You're going to be able to play everything. I mean, not everything, but a lot of stuff. There's going to be exploration, driving, action. Also, you won't get tired of this game, I'm telling you. So, but let me tell you this. After you finish playing A Way Out, I will tell you, you will play a co-op game like never before. I know, I mean, I can guarantee that. I know I sound very cocky, but I can't help it because it's true. I'm so pumped up, it's crazy. You don't know, I live, breathe this game. I'm telling you, it's like, it's gonna kick ass. It's gonna kick ass. So right now, I will show you a gameplay video that's gonna show you just a small part of the game, but still, you're gonna get blown away. And I also wanna say that I'm so proud and happy to be part of this industry. It's crazy how fun it is to be here and do these games. It's so much fun. And also, one last thing. I wanna say hello to my Hazelight team watching live from Sweden. Thank you, goodbye, hop shaky, boom, come on. A Way Out is a story-driven co-op game. It is designed, played, and experienced only in split-screen co-op, which means you have to play the game with a friend, either online or on your couch. The game starts in a prison. You play as Vincent and Leo. You and a friend will get to know your characters and unfold their story together.
You don't know anything about me, man. Maybe not, but Harvey killed someone very close to me. With or without you, I'm going after him.
Let me show you some of the scenarios in the game. On the right side, you see Leo, who's already in prison. On the left, you see Vincent, who just arrived. Now, if you look to the right again, you can see that Leo can be controlled, while Vincent is in a cutscene. Here is another one. Vincent and Leo are now in the laundry room. Your goal is to smuggle sheets using a laundry cart. You can approach the scenario in different ways. Either get the cart with Vincent.
No, I got a good pack right here. I think it's got your name on it. It's broken. I don't know.
Or with Leo.
Get over here, you idiot! Yeah, but I think those two guys are just about to fight.
What the?
What? Who's him?
In A Way Out, you will experience something new all the time. Everything you do in the game is unique for that scene. We want you and your friend to be focused and engaged throughout the entire story. But let me tell you, this is just the beginning of what you will be experiencing in A Way Out.
Get him! Run! Relax, man. I got this.
I know, me again. Thank you, Joseph. That game is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. Now let's switch gears for just a minute. It's great to be here showing you the games you'll play this year. But at the same time, we are inspired to look farther ahead. Creative ideas combined with new technologies become an unstoppable force. We have teams today taking technologies that are changing the world and using them to change the way we play. These are the futurists, the incubators, our talented artists, designers, and engineers within our studios, our Frostbite team, our digital platform team, and a new research division called Seed. What motivates me every day is the responsibility we have to push our industry forward. That's one reason we created this new division. Seed is a small, stealthy team that I work with on a daily basis, exploring some of our most visionary concepts, like deep learning or neural networks, creating a world for you to define, to interact with, and share as you wish, or virtual humans with deeply sophisticated artificial intelligence. So instead of one main character shared by millions, we can have millions of main characters shaped by you. That's just the beginning of how we can blur reality and the digital world. Go anywhere, share your discoveries, be anyone, The games become yours. Now, what we know today is that interactive entertainment will change more in the next 5 years than it has in the last 45. Together, we are building that future, one that disrupts, empowers, and is full of play. And to do that, we also need innovative new platform technology. So when we were thrilled when we got our first Project Scorpio dev kits from Microsoft, 6 teraflops and true 4K graphical fidelity. Now, these Madden NFL 18 visuals are just a taste of what can be accomplished combining Frostbite with Project Scorpio. And already, we are creating the most detailed, high-resolution environments you've ever seen on a console. Madden looks absolutely stunning, but as game makers, awesome graphics and effects are just the beginning. The game has to feel amazing as well. Project Scorpio is a powerful platform, and it's coming at the right time. Now, I have one more thing before I go. New IP is one of the purest forms of innovation in our industry. A brand new idea combined with the latest tech and a vision for something extraordinary. The next game will push every boundary for you. It is vast, dangerous, beautiful, and unexpected. So this is just the first tease that we're showing you today. Then we will have so much more in the Microsoft press conference tomorrow, so don't miss that. But for now, here's the first glimpse of our brand new IP from BioWare.
The wall. It's our armor. It protects us from what lies beyond. But out there, you either live with the choices you make, or die trying to change them. The story doesn't end here. It's just the beginning.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean O'Brien, and I'm here today to share the latest about NBA Live 18 with you. But instead of talking about it, I'd like to show you. We've spent the last 2 years completely overhauling virtually every aspect of gameplay. Now we're going to go outside to a hands-on station out in FanFest so you can check out some of those improvements. And then we're going to come back in here and give you more details about how NBA Live 18 introduces an entirely new way to play a basketball game. We call it the One. Gibbs, Connor, over to you.
Thank you, Sean. You look fantastic every single time I see you. We are here out at FanFest EA Play. I want to see everyone on social use that hashtag EA Play. Tell me what games you're excited to see. I am telling you right now, I am excited to see a first look at NBA Live 18, and no one better in the business than my guy right here, creative director Connor Dugan. Connor, let's take first look, NBA Live 18.
Yeah, what's up? I mean, I'm super excited that people finally get their hands on NBA Live. We're going to take a look at a replay we just got. Q and I were playing. I'm controlling LeBron. Q's controlling KD. Let's take a look.
Get all these angles in here. I want to see the sweat.
All right, so what we're looking at here is I'm using my right stick dribble control, and I'm performing any combination of moves I want. So I can go behind the back, between the legs, and now I'm trying to attack the basket. But KD, or Q, cuts me off with a flick of his left stick, and then I try to go back at him again. This time I'm going to go middle, but Q's late. He doesn't hit his left stick. He misses a timing window, and now I have an open lane to the hoop. So we see Zaza coming over.
Tell me he finishes strong.
He does. Tell me he finishes strong. I use my right stick to finish with the left hand, as you can see here, right over top of Zaza, finish in the lane. And then there we have it. LeBron's looking like LeBron. Nice tight shot.
Classic LeBron, baby. That's what it's all about right there. I appreciate this first look at NBA Live 18. Sean, back to you.
Thanks, fellas. Thank you. We're excited for all of you to get your hands on NBA Live 18. And everyone will have an opportunity to do so through a free demo coming in August. Now, this demo will give everyone the chance to start the One and be introduced to this new basketball world. Jumpstart your own legacy through solo, co-op, and multiplayer experiences and carry all of your progress over to the full game. Now let's take a look at the one.
NBA Live 18 is an all-new way to pursue your legacy. Centered on you, your journey is defined by the choices you make. Welcome to The One. The One unleashes the freedom to play how and with whom you want. Here, the respect you earn on the streets matters just as much as the rings you earn in the league. Rise through the ranks in the league, an authentic NBA experience where you dominate the hardwood on your way to winning championships. But the new NBA Live goes beyond the league, taking you into the streets, where the rules and how you earn respect are different. Team up with friends to take down NBA legends at historic courts like Venice Beach. Throughout your journey, your on-court performance leads to increased skills and new gear as your hype builds in both the streets and the league, from Venice to Rucker Park and everywhere in between. Join the community with 5-on-5 pickup games at iconic, real-world courts. Hit the Drew League and continue to build your legacy in the Pro-Am Tour. Earn the right to go head-to-head with the very best and show off your signature style. From East Coast to West Coast, from the streets to the league, everything you do matters. Your legacy is defined by you and how you choose to play. This is your world. It's time for you to be the one.
Thanks, guys. And thanks to all of the teams here sharing games today. And a special thanks to Joseph and Hazelight. How about that for some passion? Now, we've got a massive finale coming up here in just a moment. 30 minutes of pure, unadulterated Star Wars. But before we get there, I wanted to pause for just a moment. Last week, we did something pretty amazing together. We held our annual EA Play to Give campaign, celebrating the importance of inclusion and play in our communities and in life. We partnered with 3 outstanding charities, the United Nations He for She, and anti-bullying organizations, the Pacer Center and Ditch the Label. We donated $1 million to these 3 great organizations in support of building a more inclusive world. And here's where play comes in. All of you, our millions of players out there, joined us in support of inclusion. You came out in play in 9 in-game challenges. And by coming together, we are showing the world what a positive force that games can be. And to thank you for that, we're opening ways for you to play a bunch of great games for free. Starting today for the rest of the week, Origin Access, as well as the Voltlin EA Access, are free. For PlayStation 4 players, we'll also have a bunch of free trials running all week. We're talking FIFA, Madden, PvZ Garden Warfare 2, Star Wars Battlefront, and much more. So jump in, bring your friends, have fun with some great games this week while you're getting ready and excited for what's to come. Now, without further ado, we bring you Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Hello. I'm Janina Gavankar, and I play Commander Iden Versio, leader of the Inferno Squad in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm also an advocate for in-depth cinema caliber story in games. That tweet from John Boyega was like the tweet heard around the world. It spoke for all of us. When can we play a Star Wars story? We don't want to just relive the movies. We've watched them a million times. What we want to do is have a new and authentic, untold story. A story that delivers new perspectives and enables us to play as some of our favorite Star Wars characters while also introducing new ones. And just like Rogue One tells an essential Star Wars story ahead of A New Hope, Star Wars Battlefront 2 will tell a new Star Wars story that helps bridge the gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. It's good. But EA didn't just stop there. We loved the previous Battlefront of 2015, but we wanted more. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is much bigger than the previous title, with more than 3 times the content of the first game. Yeah. Now, I'm all about that couch co-op, and they're bringing it back with the return of Skirmish, so I'm going to be cuddling up with someone playing me some Battlefront 2. In multiplayer, there are more heroes, more vehicles, more planets. I've been to some of them. More space battles and starfighter assault, and deeper progression and customization, as well as content from across all eras. But, as we know, Star Wars is not just some checklist of great features. How does Battlefront 2 play? The team at DICE in Stockholm has some of the most talented multiplayer designers in the world, and they've been working with the EA Game Changers to make sure Star Wars Battlefront 2 has the multiplayer we're all looking for. These Game Changers, they basically get tapped on the shoulder because they're the best Battlefront players in the world, and then they get secretly flown out to Stockholm. As long as they provide valuable feedback, they get an early look at the game. Sounds like an awesome program, and if I didn't suck at multiplayer, maybe I'd get an invite. That's true. So let's hear more from them about their time at DICE.
After the release of Star Wars Battlefront 1, the community thought there should have been more. And the good news is this, the developers have been listening.
I'm really excited to let the Game Changers get their hands on the game.
This is gonna stay, right? Sorry? The clean UI look is gonna stay?
There's still time to change something if it's not working.
Oh my God. My first impression with the game is upgraded. All 3 eras are gonna be in the game.
No, Earth Boss coming at me!
Oh, okay, We've got a whole bunch of new features. One of the biggest ones that a lot of fans are excited about is the class system.
They split the characters up into different classes.
They have different weapons, special abilities that you can customize.
It affects your health. It affects how you are gonna support your team.
There's gonna be more content. You're gonna have to get used to a lot of new different techniques on how to play.
The gunplay and the weapons have completely been redone compared to the first Battlefront. Now there is a lengthened skill gap in it.
It feels a lot better and go, oh, okay, this gun feels kind of more real, less floaty.
Which is your favorite hero so far? We're introducing a system called Battle Points, which will allow you to become not only heroes, but other things on the battlefield.
As you're helping your team play the objective, you gain these points.
There's such a plethora of things to spend it on, vehicles, or even coming in as a hero.
And the coolest thing, I think, is a level of customization, not just from a weapon standpoint, but the actual character's own abilities.
Collaborating with the Game Changers is always a really great working environment when you're trying to figure things out.
I mean, to know that you're giving key feedback to make it a better experience for everybody, it's like putting your footprint out there and saying, look, I'm part of this.
Is everyone in position?
Yeah, ready.
Everyone ready?
So I'm going to participate in making the trailer. It's a whole different level of fantasy.
All right, recording.
So 3, 2, 1.
And now, on behalf of the EA Game Changers and DICE, this is the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer gameplay.
Sector is clear. Not clear! Not clear! All wings. We're coming up on the Star Destroyer, but we need to clear that escort. Let's give him everything we got.
Your next assignments, they are unusual.
Grab onto something.
I'm trying.
Yoda, Darth Maul, Wookiees, Kylo Ren versus Rey. I watched that thing like 20 times backstage with my mom before this even started. My mom's here, yes, it's a big day for me, I'm sorry. So, okay, so we have even more exciting things for you. In just a moment, YouTube personality iJustine, shoutcaster Alex Goldenboy Mendez, and DICE developer Paul Kesslin will showcase Assault on Theed, the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer. Yep. We've got 39 game changers ready to go, head-to-head in a 20 versus 20 match, Battle on Theed, and I'm gonna take the 40th slot. We'll see. Okay, but you're not gonna wanna miss this, because like maybe you've seen some teasers, but this is the real thing, okay? All the bells and whistles, all the newness, but before we take you there, another big Star Wars Battlefront fan has some exciting news.
Hi guys, it's John Boyega here. You thought I wasn't gonna turn up? Yes, I was. But I'm sorry I can't be there with you because I'm doing a play in London, but I do have some great news. Obviously, you know I'm a massive fan of Star Wars Battlefront 1, and now we're going into the next chapter with Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'm very, very excited to share this news with you. We've seen Yoda, we've seen Luke, we've seen all the other characters, but where's Finn? Finn will definitely be a part of Star Wars Battlefront 2 alongside with Captain Phasma as part of the first season of free content. And there's more. On top of that, we also get to play on the new planet Crate that you saw on the Last Jedi teaser trailer in April. So this is gonna be an exciting time. I'm gonna be playing. If you see Finn running around whooping some ass, it's me. So I'm getting ready, getting set for you guys to play with me on Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'm excited. Let's play.
Okay, but did you listen? Finn and Phasma are headed to Star Wars Battlefront 2 this holiday, and it will be free. Yes. The team at DICE heard our feedback loud and clear on the previous Battlefront and are committed to keeping this community together with themed seasons of content post-launch for all players at no additional charge. So, the first season, inspired by Star Wars The Last Jedi, is only the beginning of the additional content coming to this game. All post-launch heroes, maps, weapons, and vehicles will be free for everyone who owns Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yes. And yesterday, EA announced that players who pre-order will get early access to multiplayer beta and Yoda's epic lightsaber mastery star card. So, let us recap. New essential Star Wars story. Multiplayer across all 3 Star Wars eras, space battles, split-screen co-op, and free content that will keep us playing together for years to come. Yes, right? Yes. Yes. I am so honored to be just a tiny little part of this team making this amazing game. I can't believe they let me do this today. And I can't wait to play the game in its entirety in November. And I get to start right now. So I'm going to go pick up my controller, and I'm going to throw it over to iJustine and Golden Boy and Paul to take us to Assault on Theed, the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer.
Thanks so much. Hey guys, welcome to the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer gameplay, Assault on Theed. We're ready to show you guys the live gameplay for the first time. I'm your host, iJustine, and with me here today, we've got Golden Boy and Paul Kesslin, producer from DICE. What have we got going on here today, guys?
We got a lot going on today. First of all, what we're going to see today is a 3-stage mode. It's our new gameplay. We'll be showing people going. The droids are attacking Theed. They'll be going all the way up the main pathway towards the Royal Palace. They need to escort the MTT tank. From there, if we progress to stage 2, the droids need to try to bypass security, make their way into the palace itself. If they're successful, they'll be able to take on the throne room, and there the droids will ideally try to capture that from the clone army. Unfortunately, the clone army's still there, needs to try to push them out and make that last stand.
Can we just take a moment here and appreciate the fact that we get to be droids in Star Wars? This is going to be awesome. I can't wait. Are you guys excited? Man, you guys got to come alive over here because we're going to see some great gameplay. We have some great game changers who are going to be competing here. And I use competing as a term because these guys are holding nothing back just yet.
Yeah, no, it's been super exciting, and we got a chance to play yesterday, and it's just really fun to sort of get into this environment. You know, it's something that we've seen in the movies, but we're actually in the gameplay, and with somebody here who has actually worked on the game. So let's talk more about what we're seeing here and getting into this, because there's 3 phases to this. So currently, we're in phase 1.
That's right, and also we have some great game changers. You saw one of them pop up in just a little while. It was BF Updates, Pool Shark, Musel. We also have my boy Darkness, a.k.a. Dankness. He will be playing as well. We have Westy, Master G, Star Wars HQ, and some NBA Live, just cuz. Why not? You know, just do your thing. But anyway, here you go. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2, folks. Now, this is awesome because essentially phase 1, you get to escort an MTT down the street of Theed here, and the pressure is on for the clones. They have to hold back the assault here, Paul.
They do, definitely. The droids are sitting there trying to escort that MTT up the main pathway. If they're successful, we go on to that phase 2. But right now, what we're seeing is some specialist gameplay from, I think, Battlefront Updates.
Yeah, let's actually talk about the specialists. And also, you're going to see a couple different classes here. This class in particular that Massive G is using is the heavy class. Specialist, kind of your sniper, right? But the heavy class, what do they do here?
So the heavy class is great. They got a bit more health than your average trooper. They're also able to pop that combat shield, try to push into areas. So you can see those guys as pushers or defenders in some areas. But it looks like we got one of our Vulture droids right now. Not sure who's flying this guy, but these guys are great at air-to-air, trying to take out those other ships that might be coming in, that Naboo N1 Starfighter. Otherwise, they're there to provide some great ground support like we're seeing here, trying to get some strafing runs in on those clones.
Oh, no!
Oh!
Come on, man.
Missed that tower.
You just did it wrong there, buddy.
So it's
Sorry
great because
about that.
we also do have the air support, but we also have ground support as well.
We do. So another thing that those air vehicles are great at is trying to take out some of the ground vehicles that you may see. The droid army has the AAT tank, something that's really great at troop suppression. But we see here a little clip of the V-Wing doing that. Oh, man, he's just mowing some droids down there.
Yeah, just absolutely shredding. You're going to see this happen quite a bit, especially in this phase, because there's a lot of open field here, right? And you can just come through for some great great bombing runs, really, and eliminate as many people as you possibly can. And also, you put the presence of an air vehicle out there. Players will fear the skies, and they will, look for cover in this map where it's already difficult to find cover to begin with in this phase in particular.
Absolutely, and you can see right now that there is an AAT tank sitting around on the battlefield. He is probably taking out those clone troopers, but this Vulture droid is really stepping it up.
What I love about this is everyone's like, oh, look at this great open map. And then when you start phase 2, it's like everything starts coming in and coming way closer together. And we were talking a little bit more about the Assault class. So for somebody who has just started playing this, never played any previous versions, do you feel like the Assault class might be something perfect for them to pick up?
I think the Assault class is yes, absolutely. It's something that is, that's painful. The Assault class is something that a lot of players will be able to jump right into. They're your frontline flanker attacker. I think they're going to be fairly easy. You can get right in and just start having your typical run and gun action. Their signature ability, you see here at the top of the screen, your number 2 ability, that switches you over to a shotgun. You get a little bit faster, and you're able to really get in there and kind of break through those front lines.
Oh, I love it. I love using the shotgun, man. It is so good. And it's actually, when I first used it, it really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. And I said, wait a minute. I could destroy people with this. So I just charged into the room and just absolutely shredded everyone. It was so fun to play with here. We're also seeing some great dogfighting here between the clones and the separatists. This is certainly what a lot of folks love in Star Wars, and just really in any game that DICE makes, right? They just always do a good job with the air combat. He's really trying to track him down. This Vulture's
not
really
having much luck.
No,
yeah, that Vulture could not shake him.
Well, so we got Star Wars HQ here. He's playing the Assault class again, and you saw here he has the signature thermal detonator that he'll be able to kind of suppress some of those guys with as he rushes in.
And there are different weapons as well. Like one of the guns that I would oftentimes use was the semi-automatic gun. It fired a lot slower, but you can get some great shots with it. And then there's also this nice compact SMG style blaster that really shreds through people in close range. I was using a little.
I mean, we want to give you a little bit more weapon variety this time around,
Yeah.
Also, some AAT tank action here, and this is that doing what it does best. He's suppressing that point, trying to keep those clones out of the way.
They're trying to make their way forward as the objective continues to march down. He has to get away from that.
He's trying to, I don't know, is he trying to flank the tank? That's not smart.
I don't know, man. Maybe he will. Maybe
you saw a little combat roll there. Got to give you some escape options in case you get into some hairy action.
Uh-oh, we didn't get to see this one before. Finally,
we haven't.
Some ATRTs, yes. So these are great for taking out those AATs. So these guys are a little quick. They have an ion charge ability. That way they'll be able to do a little bit more extra damage against the tank should they see it. So you can imagine like 3 or 4 of these on the battlefield really rushing around points. Like, look at this. He's just
Can you stomp someone out? What can you do with this?
You can run someone over if you want.
I was actually going to say, could I get shot off of it if I'm on top of it because my body's exposed? That question was answered, instantly.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, almost immediately. Oh man. So Mr. Muselk here. Look for this guy to be on a tear a little bit later as well. And also, I did want to highlight, we had an officer, as a matter of fact, right in front of Star Wars HQ
one of my
there.
favorite classes.
What is it about the officer that makes it so unique?
I mean, my Twitch skills aren't where they used to be. I'm a bit slower nowadays, but I'm able to really buff up my class, or buff up my teammates, try to let them get some extra health, let them push through the points faster. And,
what happened there?
Finally some good dogfighting going in there.
Okay,
so
all right. And one starfighter.
What's great about some of these starfighters is these are accessed through our new battle point system. So instead of finding a pickup token on the map like we used to in the last game, you're now able to, depending on how well you do, whether you're scoring points via kills, via team play assists, or you're playing the objective like we really want players to do, you're earning points continuously that will allow you to spend those on whether it be a special character, whether it be a vehicle, or even a hero.
And the battle points that allows you to unlock all of those things.
All those things, definitely.
And also something to look out for too. When we get into phase 2, that's when battle points are really going to play a role there, right?
I mean, right now, definitely you see a lot more. It's an open space. You have time for this air combat, there's some vehicle gameplay. But once we get inside, it's going to be a different story.
That's right. Things are definitely going to heat up. And what is this happening, right? This is a lock-on just trying to shake him out?
Yep.
Yeah, they better enjoy their air combat here, because that's not going to be happening for much longer.
Oh, Master G is just destroying him. Oh, no, he got picked off. Nice job.
But he was doing what he needed to do, support his team, right? It's that combined arms fire. You want to make sure that somebody's trying to cover you from the air.
Oh boy. So, and you can see after every respawn as well, you get those.
How many points you're earning?
Right? So
That's
you
right.
can use those later on. Got some specialist gameplay here as well. Maybe you can take off a couple faces, perhaps. That
And
would
so
be
in the
pretty
specialist
good.
class, you can also deploy different types of traps as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely. So they have access to a trip mine. So if you want to sit there and you want to be, that true sniper character, you set up some trip mines behind yourself, make sure nobody can flank you. But really, you're there to provide some of that cover fire for your troops downrange. And it's especially potent in this area because it is such a big open area. So that specialist will really shine in phase 1.
Some more bombing runs here and just absolutely tearing them up. I have to say, man, Musok is killing it in this world.
Again, he's doing great. Oh, and we see there one of the officer classes right next to one of the clones.
Officer, fantastic for pushing, right? You want to be able to push the objective.
Definitely.
Support your team. Like, if you are playing with your buddies, you want to be able to have at least one officer available because he keeps you going in the fight.
At least. I mean, they really help push, when those heavies are trying to drive towards a point, you got your officers behind you, giving you some extra health, making sure that you're still able to complete that push. Or on the opposite side, if you're one of the droids and you really need to lock down a point, the officers have access to a turret that they can place on the ground and, give a little bit more fire support for that area.
Trying to see if Massive G here is, he's really focused on the bombing runs, right? He's not trying to go into combat with Musok, who's up there. There's Darkness 429. Just shredding everyone up here. Maybe he can get a couple kills in the corner.
He just went into siege mode?
Yeah, this is happening.
Oh, yeah, so tell us about the siege mode.
Sure, so
how does this play out?
In siege mode, for a limited time, you're able to just blow up just some huge area effect shots. You lock down your position, but you're able to have a lot more firepower.
We also just saw the B2 Super Battle Droid there as well. That's something you can get
Another
with
one of my
battle points
favorites.
as well.
Another one of my favorites. Yeah, and you can grab those guys via the battle point system. Those guys, great at pushing points again. They have high health, a lot of rapid fire. Oh!
Here we go.
Oh, there it is.
And this big explosion indicates phase 1 is over. Now we start phase 2, and this is when the action really begins to pick up here because it gets really tight inside of that building, and players need to be mindful of that and look for this B2 to just shred through everyone, especially with that cooling ability that he has, to be able to keep him just constantly shooting in the fight.
He's gonna make a huge difference here as the fight moves inside. I mean, there's gonna be narrow pathways. He's gonna be able to just shred as soon as anybody gets in his way because it's those narrow corridors. It's gonna be trouble.
And just waiting for the prime opportunity to push up here. Players falling. Got White Boy there. And there. Oh, here we go.
This is some Darth Maul action.
Here we go, folks.
This
Darth
is where
Maul.
it starts to get interesting.
This is
gets scary.
Darth Maul will excel in phase 2 and phase 3 as you're inside. I mean, he's a great mobile attacker. He's going to
Especially
sit there with
because
his
it's such
lightsaber.
close quarters too, so
Oh,
he's
exactly.
absolutely perfect for that.
Absolutely. I mean, some of his abilities you can see here, he's got that spin attack. He's able to just rush in and out of combat and just take guys out in the process.
It was funny, I was talking to Musok earlier, and he was using Darth Maul, and he was saying how there's Boba Fett as well, but he was talking about how he wishes Darth Maul could reflect. I was like, if he could reflect, he'd be too strong. He'd be way too strong.
Oh,
There's
this is a good
Boba
flank. That was a good flank by Boba Fett and Maul. Just shredded the Clone Army, unfortunately.
So what role does Boba Fett fill in this battle?
Boba Fett is definitely a hunter-killer. So if the Clone Army is able to get some of their heroes in play, like this is where Boba Fett will really shine. Is with that jetpack of his, he's able to kind of float above the battlefield, fire off some rockets, and really just take out an individual target.
And so what difference does he have from the last game?
From the last game, we've given him a bit new tricks. He's got a new concussion rocket that will really disorient players completely. But he also has this rocket barrage instead of just one rocket. He's able to really just lay down some suppressive fire.
Nice. Also, one thing to keep in mind, we saw the B2, here we go, but on the clone side, there are specialist, characters that you can pick up as well. We haven't seen much of it yet, but that would be the clone jump trooper.
That's right.
Very
that's
different from the standard like assault class or heavy class. It has the jump jets that you love from Battlefront, the original.
That's right.
Brought back here, but now focused on the central class.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're back to Boba Fett here with the
Look
his
at
rocket
that.
jumps there.
He's shredding through
Able to just lay down so much firepower. It's intense.
Oh,
they got him
goes
though.
Down. Jesse was able to find him on that one,
Yep.
but here comes some officer gameplay here.
Oh, good. Finally, somebody playing some support.
Support people matter too.
They do.
You gotta give them some love.
We're the linchpin of the team,
Yeah, exactly. Now, what is his 2 exactly? His 2 is the healing
His
ability?
2 abilities, yeah, exactly. It's that healing ability. It gives you a little bit of buff for your little over health, but it also heals you back up. So it's, here we got some of the jump troopers.
Oh boy, and here we go. It's getting ready for phase 3 in just a little bit. There's a Jump Trooper. We talked about him before. Jump Trooper's super fun to play. But again, you know, it's attached to a specialist now, so not everyone's going to have it equipped, although it was really fun in the original Battlefront.
Right.
But I am going to be excited to hop in a Jump Trooper and shred people myself.
I mean, I know a lot of people love the jump pack.
Oh,
Oh,
now
geez.
we've got Ray.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, I'm super excited to play as her.
She's quite a powerful character.
Don't run.
There's some of
She
her
got,
abilities.
you know, she got out of that one really,
Don't
really
run.
quickly, but
Oh,
they got her.
The droid fallen by a
Finished
simple
her off.
droid.
No, but Ray
So how
has.
does her
Ray has a
mind
great-
trick affect enemies?
Absolutely. So Ray's mind trick is something that against all enemies, they'll be confused for a little bit. Your controls will kind of, you know, work against you, making you a little bit more vulnerable to attack.
Just so you guys know, this is when it gets insane. Because there's so much going on here. And was that a little Han?
We saw a little Han, yeah.
Are we gonna get some Han?
I hope so.
I hope so.
But I mean, you saw it earlier. So every time you finish a life, we'll show you how many battle points you have. And some people have enough points to get those reinforcements. And especially this late in the game, you'll see a lot more of these special classes coming out, a lot more of the heroes coming out. So again, this Jump Trooper here, you know, with his rocket launcher and his jump pack, trying to be mobile, trying to fly into that last zone and capture a point.
This is really where heavies are going to thrive as well because
there it is.
my goodness, you just see them
laying down
tearing
fire
through the doorway, just absolutely dominating the clones. They need to push out. They need to fight this one out here. There are so many lives left that the Separatists have to their team. They could really run through this. The clones have to start acting fast because if they cap it, that will be it. The Separatists will win this game.
It's not looking so good for my boys in the Clone Army.
I'm a Separatist fan, so I'm excited.
I'm just gonna go on whichever team wins.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm not gonna be too picky here.
Okay, jump and ship. I understand that. You know, no loyalties. Maybe you are Sith after all.
Maybe I am.
Who knows?
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
But yeah, so in this third phase though, in the droids are trying to capture that throne room. So you can see here, if you remember, it's just this is the main throne.
And this is such super close quarters. Do you have any like sort of strategies that you would?
Absolutely. I mean,
let us know?
if you're the clones, you're hoping that. Oh, geez.
Han Solo was just getting torn up.
This is gonna be trouble.
It's like too soon, man. I can't relive Force Awakens again. You know, like don't do it.
Darth Maul is just destroying absolutely everything. I mean, is there any tips to like taking him down?
I mean, you want to try to combined arms fire.
Oh.
The tip is blasters.
Run away. Maybe
That's
run
the
away.
tip. Run away and just shoot the crap out of Darth Maul. Oh man,
He was our MVP. Look at that.
nice
Yeah.
stuff.
Just
Moose Congratulations.
destroying.
36 kills he ended up picking up
My
there, man.
goodness. My goodness.
Well, guys, that was it. What did you guys think?
Intense.
Not bad. I'm lying. It was freaking awesome. I love it. It's so good. It's like, I love the class-based gameplay personally, because again, you can really get your squad, your friends to get together and say like, hey, I want to, you know, run the officer, and we're running through some highlights here. Maybe not was the best highlight.
Not the best highlight.
You know, because although maybe it was.
Let's take a look at some of these highlights.
Actually, I think it's just a crash montage. I think that's what we're gonna do at this point. It's just all crashing all the time. I'm down with that.
But it was Musak. I mean, he's sitting there, you know, getting as many battle points as he can before his next life. I mean, that's what you want to try to see with this battle point system. You want to either snowball your points, keep earning them, keep building, getting more and more things.
Yeah, that's right. And again, you know, just the game. One thing I do want to compliment the team on, you know, EA and DICE, just the way the game looks. It's so beautiful, especially seeing this part of the Star Wars universe brought to life. The way that you guys really managed to do so. I mean, kudos on that one. Once again, you know, just dropping jaws everywhere.
We try. I mean, the team back home is amazing. They do incredible things. I mean, you can see it looks so pretty. Just look at this laser fire. It's intense, and it looks beautiful.
It really does look incredible.
So good. I was just gushing right now. You know, like we get it. The game looks good. You know, definitely. Oh man, but that was awesome. And overall, I mean, you know, I have to say, like, I can't wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to coordinate with my friends. You know, and destroy the clone scum. I can't wait for that. Yeah, you know, exactly. Separatists all day.
Well, guys, that was so awesome. Now, if you guys are in LA, you can come join us at FanFest this weekend. And if you come down on Monday, we've got a chance for you guys to win a trip to Gamescom in Germany this August. All you have to do is come and play, which is, I mean, That's not asking too much. And you have to be the best player of your match, and you guys will be entered to win a trip for 2 to Cologne, Germany, and a full pass to Gamescom. You've been before.
Yeah, I've been there plenty times. It's one of the most ridiculous conventions ever if you happen to go. It's insane. It's massive. So you're not, if you don't get the trip, you're going to be really sad. But if you do get the trip, you and a buddy, oh, you're going to have a good time. It's a fun time. Hopefully I'll see you there.
Well, if you guys like Star Wars like we do and you guys want to play as your favorite heroes and villains, you guys can download Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes right now on Android or iOS. And you can play as any of the iconic characters that you guys saw today and many more. Paul, I also heard that you're making Battlefront 2 because you've been playing a lot of Galaxy of Heroes.
I play a ton of Galaxy of Heroes. I've played that game every day since it launched. I think I've actually spent about $1,000 in that game.
You have a problem,
I do have a problem.
Yeah.
But there's just so much Star
You're that
Warsy
guy.
goodness. I can't help it.
I got to pick it up. I have to play it.
You should try it.
Yeah, I know my brother, he's going nuts about it, so I guess I have to make it happen.
Yeah, I started playing in December, so around the holidays, that's pretty much all I did. It was great.
At Christmas, just
All right,
away,
sorry,
just
I'm
going
busy.
nuts.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here. Stay tuned to battlefront2.com for more about the game, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks, Paul. Golden Boy, this was incredible. And now I'm going to send it over to Patrick for more.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you to the real rock stars of this show, the development teams inside EA. You are truly amazing. Now, we can't wait for more of you to play, and there's more coming. Stay tuned online for a closer look at some of our biggest game. And remember, EA Play is for all of you, our players. Thank you all for joining us. Now, let's play.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Download for free today.
We're here in Hollywood, California at EA Play. We're here to talk to you today about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and a brand new character we have come to the game we teased last week, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Today I'm joined by Cassandra Gomez, Community Manager for Galaxy of Heroes, also known as Cozy Spoon in the community, and Daniel McLaren, Lead Designer on Galaxy of Heroes, also goes by Not Really a Jedi.
It's true, I'm not actually a Jedi, but I am excited to be here.
But enough pleasantly, it's not pleasantries. I want to get into it. I'm excited with just the Empire rework and the Dark Side Rising. We're bringing it to the culmination of Grand Admiral Thrawn. I want to know more about him.
So before we get into it, I think we have a trailer we're going to show you guys, so let's go ahead and roll that. So there he is. You guys have seen him for the first time here at EA Play. So Cassandra, what's the community? Are they excited about Thrawn?
Community has been in a Rebel season. They're ready for Empire Dark Side season. And they want to know about Grand Admiral Thrawn. What can you tell us? And most importantly, the community wants to know, how can we wreck faces?
And that's awesome because Admiral Thrawn is one of those characters that in the universe, he's incredible. I mean, he's the guy that was unstoppable. He's defeated everybody. He's the only alien allowed in the fleet at this time. So bringing that to design and bringing him in, trying to figure out how we were going to make him, that was the real challenge. So we spent a lot of time figuring out what are the kit design pieces that we need to put together to end up with a guy who was killer in PvP, could do very well in PvE, but ultimately still function as a beast inside raids. So
tell me, how is he a beast in raids? And tell me more about this cleanser. I'm hearing rumors of cleansing.
yeah, so he is the first Empire character that brings a cleanse to Empire allies only. So he has the ability to not only cleanse himself, but a targeted ally as well. But he has something that's super unique that we've never done with any character before, and that is that Admiral Thrawn brings a special ability to every Empire-only ally in your team. That ally will now have the ability to cleanse their own debuffs, and in doing so, allow themselves to manipulate their own turn meter. Thrawn then manipulates other people's turn meter, and inside raids, that functionality has changed a little bit. So, for example, he might do a speed down or a speed up on somebody and then later apply ability block buff. Total nerd here, but he then, when you take that into a raid, he says, I no longer do that, but I apply a defense down instead, and it's unresistible. So a lot of functionality we've added to him, made him very strategic. One other thing that's super cool is he has the ability to take his own turn meter, completely get rid of it, apply it to somebody else, and at the same time, messing with their protection. So super strategic, super excited. I'm super excited.
He's getting creative out there.
Yeah.
Almost an artist of war.
Yes, totally an artist of war. Yeah, he's incredible.
Can
We're
you
very
tell
excited.
us a bit about the event that's coming up?
So, you will be able to acquire Grand Admiral Thrawn through our traditional legendary event structure. So, you will need to go out, get the Phoenix Squad members, as they are the people that we see in the show with Thrawn. He's their primary protagonist, or I'm sorry, primary antagonist. And
Yeah, I
so,
was about to say, wait.
yeah, he's their friend, best friend ever. So you'll take your Phoenix Squad, you'll go in, you will fight Thrawn, and you will be able to acquire a Thrawn, up to a 7-star Thrawn through the participation in this event.
Cannot
Yeah,
wait.
we're really excited. So, yeah.
All right. Well, that is our. Actually, when can players get Thrawn?
Yes. So Thrawn will be available June 15th in, like I said, traditional legendary style event. We're super excited, so you got plenty of time. The game is set up for you right now. We've brought all the Phoenix members into the game. They're completely accessible. So go, get them ready to go. Thrawn will be there. Like I said, everybody's really excited. We're amped.
Awesome. So next week, you're going to be able to get your hands on Thrawn in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So that concludes our EA Star Wars portion of the show. We're now going to throw to Need for Speed Payback. I believe we've got an awesome trailer. So, all right, thanks everyone.
We were a crew, and she left us with nothing. We are gonna end this, starting now.
Get me close to him, and I'll take care of the rest.
No one has touched this cargo.
There's something much bigger going on here. Get down! Hey, Matt. You built this all yourself?
An artist can turn any scrap into a supercar.
This crew right here, that's the future.
We own these streets, Tyler, and the house always wins.
Well, not tonight it didn't.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We're here at EA Play checking out Need for Speed Payback. I got two devs here with me, and we're going to be checking out some gameplay and some customization. I'm here with Will Ho, who's the creative director on Need for Speed Payback, and Bryn Albin, who is a vehicle director on Need for Speed Payback. So, we're going to be jumping into some stuff. Can you give me a little heads up of what we're going to check out?
Yeah, Need for Speed Payback takes all of the classic elements of Need for Speed that all of our fans love. It's got authentic car culture, iconic cars, deep customization, intense racing, epic cop chases, and gorgeous environments. We're taking all of those classic environments and we're putting them through the Hollywood lens and turning Need for Speed Payback into the ultimate action-driving blockbuster.
So, should we just jump straight into
Let's
it?
do it.
All right. So we're going to jump into the Highway Heist. What exactly is this?
Yeah, so this is one of our action blockbuster missions in which we have 3 characters. We're introducing 3 characters in Need for Speed. One's Tyler, aspiring street racer. Second is Jess, who's going to be riding shotgun. She's the ultimate professional action hero. And then we've got Mac. He's going to be providing remote reconnaissance. He's a little bit of a joker, a little bit of a showman, providing a little comic relief, right? And so these 3 characters are going to work together to try to steal back a car that the house stole from them. Right? And the house is this evil cartel in the city of Silver Rock. They control all the street racing, they control the casinos, they control the cops. So really, they're stacking the dice against you.
Okay, so that's what we see here with the Koenigsegg being loaded up into the back of the trailer?
That's right. So this is the car, Koenigsegg Regera, with $2 million. Right? And it's being loaded in the back of this truck. That driver is not going to make it easy for you to try to catch up to him. And these guys have devised a plan where they're going to hijack that truck and steal this car in motion in classic action movie fashion.
All right, sounds good. I think we can handle that.
Time to show the house.
All right, so I will say I've played this a couple of times already, so I sort of know what to expect, and I hopefully won't crash, but... So where are we exactly? Can you explain where we are and
so
the whole landscape?
The first thing you see here is Fortune Valley. This is the most diverse open world that we've ever built for Need for Speed. It's got a massive city called Silver Rock with tons of different districts that you can explore and race in. Plus, we've got the mountains for great, drifting events and hill climbs. We've got the canyons and a desert. And this is a place called Ember Valley. You look at it, it's sunny, it's hot, it makes you thirsty just looking at it. And it's the perfect setting for an action movie heist like the one you're about to do.
So one of the things that's already really cool is that I can just drive off-road. You're no longer confined completely to the roads.
That's right. It's the most open Need for Speed experience we've ever built. So you can find your own path. I mean, we've got checkpoints in this mission to lead you straight to that truck. But when you're free roaming, you can go off-road. You can explore this world. It's massive, and there's tons to explore and tons to find.
Cool. So what's going on here? There's the truck. That's what we got to take down.
The rendezvous point. The crew, they're meeting here. They're waiting for this truck. It's carrying the $2 million Koenigsegg. It's going to whiz past here, and then Tyler and Jess are going to hop into action here. They're going to hop into their Mustang RTR.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, classic Need for Speed ride here. All right.
So what's the plan? What are we planning to do?
Yeah, so Tyler's going to take the wheels, going to use his street racing skills to carve his way through dense traffic. He's going to deal with some AI rivals that are going to protect the cargo, but most importantly, he's going to drive and catch that truck so that Jess can get into position to hijack this truck in motion.
All right, sounds good. Let's get going and catch up to this truck.
See what you can do, Nick.
All right, so I've got nitrous. There we go.
You got nitrous, punch it. You're going to try to catch up to these rivals. We got 2 Dodge Challengers, all blacked out. They're clearly evil.
Gotta take them out. Yeah, let's go.
The house won't let us anywhere near the truck.
So,
we've
got health on top.
Oh.
Whoa, that was a quick takedown. That was a big takedown.
You are a natural action movie hero, man. The second one.
Nice hit, Ty.
Yeah, so we've got these cameras that present your biggest, baddest crashes in the game.
All right, so let's
catch up to the truck. The plan is to catch up to the truck by the tunnel, because in the tunnel, any air surveillance, they're not going to be able to see this hijacking in motion. So you got to take this truck down in the tunnel.
So one thing I think we should talk about really quickly is just the way the game feels. Mm-hmm. Could you mention that a bit?
Yeah, we pride ourselves on having heroic driving physics that are really pick up and play. So anyone can pick up the controller. They're hopping on this Mustang. They're going 150 miles an hour, and they feel like a hero right away.
So we caught up to the truck, and things never go to plan.
Yeah, in action movies, things go sideways. So, the truck driver really doesn't want you to steal that Koenigsegg. So he's brake checked you, the doors are flying open, and you're set back. He's just he's booking it right now. He's plowed through all these traffic cars, making life tough for you. You got to navigate your way through the scene and catch up to that truck.
He's made an absolute mess of this highway. All right, so I'm pushing.
All right. You can catch him, Nick.
I'm going.
Nitrous.
I need more nitrous, man.
Here we go.
All right,
here we have some enforcers. So now, talking about the AI improvements we made. So a lot of the fans are asking for tougher AI, so that when they catch up to opponents, they're really jostling and battling with them. Every overtake is earned. So these guys have ramped up their attitude to 11, right? So when you shove them, they're going to fight back. So they're not going to make life easy for you, Nick.
Yeah, they hit you pretty hard.
What's cool is as you learn the world, you find different things in the environment that you can use against your rivals. So looking out for telephone poles, guardrails, traffic cars.
Oh, there's more.
Convenient traffic jam for you to use. There you go.
Gonna try to get the other one right away. Gonna bounce off to him. Here we go. Oh, almost.
These guys are tougher.
Oh, you see?
Pretty nasty.
They are tough. Trying to get
3 to go. Come on, Nick.
So one of the things that's really cool is, the best way I kind of take them down is to crash into things in the environment, like using those poles. It's a little hard, but
Absolutely.
It's effective.
In any open world game, you're going to find ways that you want to go through this mission yourself. So even if you replay it over and over again, you're going to find different ways to take down these enforcers each time you play.
Trying to deal with them. They're tough, man.
Trying to use the
You
poles.
can do
it. Only 2 left, Nick. The truck is getting away, man. You want that car.
There's no way this truck's getting away.
Oh! That was a movie moment if
There
I
you go.
ever saw one.
All right, let's get rid of this guy.
All right.
There we go.
Again, we play up, these action movie moments, right? When you have these big crashes, we're gonna present it to you.
I'm gonna wait up for this guy so I can crash him out.
Oh, he's gonna come charging at you. Look out.
There we go.
There you
Got him.
Just like you planned it, Nick.
Yeah, 100% on purpose.
Yes, of course. All right, now punch it. You got to catch up to the truck. Plan A went sideways, so we're going to go to plan B. We got to catch up to this truck. We got to hijack it before that truck hits the city limits, because there's some serious heat on you. So you got to get to that truck and get that Koenigsegg before you get into the city.
Let's catch him up.
So much police incoming.
Pushing hard.
Truck driver's gone to oncoming, making your life difficult. You got to weave through that oncoming traffic.
I'm trying
You
to
gotta-
find a gap. There we
you gotta
go.
hit
There's
that
my
pocket.
gap.
Line it up for Jess. Come on.
There we go.
Here's Jess's big moment. With 3 drivable characters, we have in our action missions these dynamic vehicle switches. So you were playing as Tyler Street Racer. Now you're going to jump into the Koenigsegg and you're going to drive as Jess.
Switching characters, I like it. And there
Boom.
you go.
You got it. You've done this before. You've stolen a $2 million car before,
A couple
right?
of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now
Now
we
you
gotta
get
get
to feel that sense of speed in this awesome hypercar.
This thing's fast.
Now you've generated some heat in this mission. So look out here. You've got epic cop cases. And when you play the Highway Heist, when Payback comes out November 10th, you're going to have to use Jess to take out cops, avoid rhinos, avoid spike strips, roadblocks, all the intense cop chase action that you expect from Need for Speed.
Cool. So what else can you tell me about the story really briefly?
So we've structured the game such that you're playing as these 3 characters, they all have their own quest lines, and it all comes together, them getting revenge against the house.
Cool. So should we jump into some customization and
do that.
see what we can do with some of these cars in this crazy, crazy world?
Sure. Yeah, so customization, right? Marcus has been talking about it in the live show. It's back. We're not going to do anything out of the ordinary, or maybe we will. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe we got some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Bryn, the vehicle director?
Vehicle art director.
Vehicle art director, there we go. So you know these cars inside and out.
Yes, I've lived and breathed them for the last couple of years.
All right, so we're going to do some customization. Obviously, customization's huge for Need for Speed.
It is.
And it's back.
It's back.
And it's
better.
bigger.
It's
Yeah.
bigger and better.
Yeah.
So I think we'll try and boot into the garage, and then we'll see what cars we've got on offer.
Yeah, so just briefly, we should talk about the garage itself.
Yes, yeah. So the garage, we've got space for 5 cars in our garage, but this time around we have got a virtual warehouse. So that allows us to effectively give you limitless cars.
Yeah.
So you can bring them in and out of your garage and, work with the cars that you want to work with.
Cool. So you can do just as many as you want.
Absolutely.
Great. All right, so let's talk about some of these cars.
So we've got the BMW M4. We had the M4 in the last game, but this time we've upgraded. We've gone for the GTS. So it's a bit more track orientated. It's a bit more performance oriented.
Okay, we got some muscle as well.
We've got some muscle cars. So last time around we didn't really hit the money on the muscle cars. So yeah, we've done a bit more this time around. And yeah, the Nissan 350Z, right? So everybody's been asking for it. We can't deny the fans what they want, so we've put it in Need for Speed.
Awesome.
And this one, yeah, it may look quirky, right?
Yeah.
It seems a bit out of place in Need for Speed, but what we've done is we've built this feature called the Derelict that, again, Marcus touched upon it in the live show, but what the Derelict is a way for us to kind of let the player explore the open world that we've got. It's a rich open world that we have, so we've put these cars out there in the world for you to find and explore and kind of take them back to your garage and find all the parts that you need to build them.
Cool.
So effectively, it takes a car from stock to scrap, that's scrap to stock to supercar.
Cool. So let's jump in the Beetle and fix it up a bit.
Yes, absolutely. So it's looking a bit run down right now, right?
Yeah.
So we want to restore it back to stock.
Yeah. Now we should probably say as well, these Derelicts, you don't need to restore them like this. You can
don't need to,
upgrade
no.
them a little bit. I think we'll show
Absolutely.
that in a little bit.
Absolutely. And you could leave it like this if you wanted to.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Not my particular style, but you know what I mean.
It might be somebody's style.
So yeah, you can see some more of the parts. They're looking pretty good.
Absolutely. So we've tried to make sure that we've got parts in every interaction point that we have for this car. We want to make sure that we've got a rich experience wherever you go on the car. We've designed a lot of parts for this car as well because, you know, out there in reality, there's not that much that you can do to a Beetle, but this is Need for Speed, right? And we want to take it that extra step further.
Of course, of course. So we can play around with this car. Let's talk about some of the brands that are also a Need for Speed Payback.
Yeah, so we've not ditched any of the brands that we had previously. So we've come back and we've got your Rocket Bunnies, we've got your Liberty Walks, we've got your Voltex parts, you've got APR parts, we've got all these rims that you can see right now.
So many rims.
So we love that stuff. We want to bring that back to the people.
Of course. So I think we've done a pretty good job of showing this off. Shall we show off the big thing?
Yeah, so I talked about it previously. We want to take these cars to supercars, right? So here we are, we've got our super builds. So these are effectively the biggest, the baddest, the most performance-orientated cars that you can build in Need for Speed.
Yeah, I've got my personal favorite down at the bottom. Off-road.
Yeah, really? Off-road, yeah.
Off-road?
So off-road's back into Need for Speed. And
that is crazy.
We wanted to build something special, right?
Yeah.
And what's more special than to show a jacked up Beetle?
Awesome. So what do these do? We should say that these are derelict things, specific cars.
So yeah, the derelict cars that you find in the world will be the only ones that we can take to the super build. We want to make sure that those cars are special, and you want to put some time into them and put the effort into making them the super builds, right?
Of course. Now, just while we have some extra time, let's talk about some of the stance tuning and stuff like that.
Stance tuning is back again. So what we've done this time around is tweak them slightly, right? We wanted to make sure that we could slam a car on the deck, right?
Of course.
We love crazy camber, so why not go even further than we did before?
Looks crazy.
It's a bit of a odd combination that you've got there. It's a bit SoCal, a bit rusty.
Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
So the wrap editor. The wrap editor's back. We're not going to go into the detail of it right now because, you know, it would take you days maybe to create a wrap.
Yeah, of course. So I think that's been a pretty good first look at Need for Speed Payback. Any last words from you guys?
Yeah, everything you love about Need for Speed, plus action driving blockbuster missions, November 10th. Check out Need for Speed Payback.
All right, so thanks for checking out Need for Speed Payback. We'll throw it to Madden with the long shot trailer.
Devin, I covered your career at the University of Texas. Where'd you disappear to?
Today is the day that we put Mathis on the NFL map. A long shot from the depths of the unknown to being drafted by an NFL team.
All the eyes on you. What's to stop you from hightailing again?
Let me ask you something. Why are you here? Because football's my life. My father used to say, when the world knocks you down, get back up again.
Wade is miles behind.
Long shot. You're gonna get hit today.
You're not the only one trying to get drafted. No, man, forget you.
This time around.
Devin Wade at the line for the final play of the game. It's the biggest moment of your life.
Let's go out there and prove to the world that we belong.
Our second live look of Longshot in Madden NFL 18. 4 years in the making. A lot of excitement in the Madden community today, and for good reason. I'm excited. We're here at EA Play at FanFest. Make sure if you're talking on social media right now, you're using the hashtag EA Play. But alongside me, I have Longshot Creative Director Mike Young, and you might recognize this gentleman here from Friday Night Lights, but also Colt Cruz in Longshot. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm in a Madden game. I'm in a Madden game.
Yes.
I never thought it was possible.
Woo! Made it happen.
Yeah, guys, this is a really exciting time, and I know especially for you, 4 years in the making of this process to get to this day. And really some of the main questions that we're focusing on here is the story of Longshot. It's a football story that you can play.
Yeah.
You know, what does that really represent, and why is it such a totally different experience to the Madden franchise?
Well, what we went about was really making the first campaign mode in a sports game. So we treated it more like that. It's an interactive movie that you're playing. So it's a totally different format than we've seen in other sports games when they've done story. And I think people are going to be blown away by how emotional it is, how much off the field there is to do and play. And the performances, the cinematography, it really does feel like this seamless movie versus a career mode with story scenes.
And that's the future of gaming, really. I mean, every year, Madden's going to push the envelope to be the authority on football as far as gaming goes, with graphics and with new ways and techniques that you can play it. But storytelling is the future.
Yeah.
Storytelling is where it's at. And the fact that you are getting a movie basically in Madden that has great actors and NFL Hall of Famers all wanting to be a part of it, then you know you got something special. And Mike did a bang-up job, man.
You know, you say there about storytelling, right? A little later on, we're going to bring on some game changers. We're going to bring on some YouTube.
Hey!
No way.
What are you guys talking?
No way.
You guys having a little conversation?
Yeah. That was not planned. Anything can happen on National Live Internet, I swear.
J.R. Lemon, one of the stars, Devin
Wow. Devin in the flesh.
The long shot himself.
Thank you for having me.
Can I shake your hand?
Amazing. Can I shake yours?
Yeah. Hi.
Wow, this is
Steve, nice to meet you.
This is a guy moment. This is a bro
This
moment.
is,
right
it
here.
is. It is.
Nice.
I've been watching you a lot on virtually a lot, so this is
Oh, right
fantastic
on,
to see you.
man.
Yeah, so pleasure. Wow, things changed. Okay, so we were actually just talking about the power of story, how it's affecting not just entertainment in general, but moving forward to the gaming industry. And for you, what was the story like for Longshot? What was that emotion about for you?
Well, you know, I always call it like I always call it the orphan.
Oh, give him a mic. Give him a mic. Get in there.
Oh, get in a little mic. You know, I always call it the. We'll just get a little closer anyway.
Always want to meet him.
I call it the orphan story. You
Coming
had
out
this
with
guy
you.
who was an innocent, who experienced something like extremely traumatic. He became an orphan. He wanted to sort of start to look inside and he wanted to hide. He goes to the military. And the compelling thing about the story is watching him find his warrior again, watching him find his way out of that darkness and sort of into confidence again. I think any compelling story has those components. So that's what the story said to me, if that makes any sense.
It does. My guy. Let's get one of these right here. Oh, selfie mode. Selfie mode. Appreciate that. No, but now we're sidetracked. But again, listen. Well, let's get a good sidetrack. Fantastic sidetrack. So for you though now, Mike, for the core Madden community, a lot of what Scott had said there, it is about story. It is about emotion. What can the core Madden community expect when it comes to the emotion in the story of Longshot?
Well, I think there's two things. You want to feel like you're part of a real NFL world. So they're going to be at the combine, a playable combine. We haven't had that since like Madden 06 or something. So there's real authentic experiences here. You actually feel like you're hanging out with Dan Marino. Hall of Famer Dan Marino feels like he is a mentor, a big brother to the Devin character. I think when you embody Devin, you feel like you have a relationship, not just this entourage style cameo, but on top of that, you just care about these characters. Devin and Colt feel like real friends that have a really big range. It's not just this surface level friendship, but you're gonna have this big range of emotion, humor, fights, a lot of conflict driving you in the story, and I think people are gonna relate to it because it's a story about getting to the NFL, not trying to have people relate to these mega star things that are almost unrelatable. Like so few people get to that spot in their life. But this story I think is so relatable because it's really just about dreams and pursuit of dreams, and the two characters have different perspectives on how they go about it. And I think that's what's going to shine.
Not to put you on the spot, but you guys are friends, right? You guys
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, good.
We have become friends. We didn't know when we started on this journey, but man, we've been there for each other. You know, it's tough. He works at Albuquerque half the year. I'm in New York City all the time, but yeah, we become boys, man.
We bonded over Chick-fil-A.
We bonded over Chick-fil-A, 100%.
You like In-N-Out?
Not In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I like In-N-Out.
Spicy
The South,
chicken sandwich,
baby.
Pretty good. It's, wow, it's real good. Tomatoes on there, it's fantastic. So, speaking of the next question we have here, what was it like working with Hollywood talent like this right here?
Well, it's amazing. You have a dream and you start the story and it's just a piece of paper. Well, several hundred pieces of paper.
I've seen all of them, I can confirm that.
But coming to the set and working and like developing these characters, it's so collaborative and they're so talented. And I think when we were together, they just made these people real. And it's just so fun to work with great people who care, and the collaboration was really what made it special. Like we could, talk through scenes and talk about why they're feeling the way they are, and they're just so talented. And I think it's going to be some of the best acting you'll see in video games all year. from these two gentlemen?
Well, I think from our side too, like you created an environment that really supported that. I felt like we felt really comfortable just creating and playing and knowing that you would listen if we had ideas or anything like that. And I mean, collaborating, 2-3 years down the line, just throughout the process with the script and just thoughts, seeing those ideas show up in the script. So I mean, that does something itself. You know, we talk about the work.
I got a phone call 4 years ago, and I think one of the smartest things that Mike did was say, I want good actors, but I want good actors who are also have either played football or are huge fans of football, so we can just get that all on the side. There's no technical stuff that JR and I had to learn. I played football in high school and college. JR played football in high school and college. We understand, and up into the NFL too, and we understand.
Minutes.
Minutes.
5 minutes.
But we understand the game, so we were able to put all that aside and not even worry about all that. All that language is not foreign to us, which allowed us just to really hone in on just the relationship that you have here.
It had to be authentic.
Yeah.
So
and then you get an Oscar winner, Mahershala Ali, who says, you know what, I want to be a part of your game.
Right.
That's how you know, world, that this script is legit. Mahershala Ali is in our game. It's crazy.
That was surreal.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I remember when he walked on
Not
set,
bad.
people were like,
Not bad. This actually not bad. All right.
Yeah, it was him and Dan Marino there the same day. You've got an NFL Hall of Famer who wants to be a part of this, and you got an Oscar winner who want to be a part of this. And that just speaks volumes to how it plays on both sides of the
that was
fence.
the first day of shooting, so I was so nervous walking into there. Like, it's so limited with time when you're shooting these things, and so you have a half a day with Mahershala Ali with kids, so kids make it so much more complicated because they're just having fun, and there's a football on set, and they're trying to break the lights. But
classic kids,
just talking smack like they do.
Like, if it was going to blow up, it was going to blow up on day one.
Yeah.
The most expensive day.
Well, I'm glad it didn't. Okay, that's fantastic. But you know, it's for you, Scott. You know, obviously Friday Night Lights. That's where people will see and recognize you from numerous other things as well.
Right.
But what was the experience? How does it compare to what you did on Friday Night Lights to what you did with Long Shot?
You know, I've never worked on a project that had as many parallels for me to Friday Night Lights. I've worked on a bunch of other stuff, but nothing had that kind of grounded, small, conversational storytelling that Friday Night Lights had throughout the rest of my career, and so kind of until Long Shot. I mean, to be honest with you, you know, there was so much collaboration, and when I was on Friday Night Lights, I felt like I had ownership of that show because they empowered us to do this. And JR said this earlier, but while doing Long Shot, we also felt very empowered to be a part of the storytelling. We weren't just puppets for words that somebody was very precious with on the page. Mike had brilliant ideas and lovely dialogue, but then also was malleable and wanted to we all wanted the same thing, which is to have the greatest story. And that's what we did on Friday Night Lights. I always say it's tough to catch lightning in a bottle twice, but I think that we might have done it with this. I've already done it with Friday Night Lights. And at the heart of Friday Night Lights, it's about interpersonal relationships, about friendships. Like with Jason Street and Riggins, their tragedy changes their relationship. The same thing happens with Devin and with Colt. Tragedy really kind of changes and adjusts their relationship, and it's how they rebound from it that is the beauty of this story, and it's how they overcome. And adversity is used way too much in sports, but when you find out what they both go through, it's true adversity. It's not losing a game, it's losing a part of your life, and how they join together and forge their friendship going forward and push each other to try and achieve the biggest accomplishment they ever could heading towards the NFL draft. It's just a wonderful, beautiful story, and storytelling's where it's at. Just like Friday Night Lights, Long Shot does the same thing.
And I think that's, you asked the question about how it's relatable. I think that's what it is. It's not just a story about football. It's a story that all of us has been through in some capacity.
Yeah.
Trying to overcome with people that we love. And trying to, jump over obstacles.
It's the human story, right? I mean,
human
it's something that
story,
we all go
exactly.
through. We're all trying to accomplish different things, accomplish different goals. How do we get there? The ebb and flow of all that. And I mean, that's what I'm taking from what you're saying. But both of you guys.
Are we willing, when we're most down, are we willing to look in the mirror and face that and do something about it, essentially? I mean, in the trailer, you have that moment where Devin's, walking towards the window, looking at Lucas Oil. Are we gonna be strong enough to actually get up off the couch, look in the mirror, and take action?
Now, be honest, JR. When you're watching yourself in that scene, are you looking at Lucas Oil? Or are you just looking at your reflection in the hotel window? I know what you're looking at, JR. I know what
you see what I'm dealing with.
So right, man.
This is what I'm dealing with every day.
That's fantastic. I mean, I got to know, have you guys ever played a game of Madden against each other on the sticks?
No, he doesn't want to get on. He doesn't.
Because here's the thing.
He doesn't want to get on against you. He doesn't want it.
I haven't picked up the sticks in a while, yeah.
Here's what I've heard. This guy really only took the role just so he could get free MUT packs.
Yo, this is true. This is 100% true. I went to high school with one of the producers on Madden, and I've been hitting him up for years, like, hey,
really?
can I get some? Hey, can I get some coin? Can I get some coin, in-game coin here? He's like, my hands are tied, man. My hands are tied. I'm like, I know they're not, but now you got no excuse.
No excuse.
I know.
Somebody shows up with a full-on
guy.
team overall rating of 99. You're gonna be like, oh, that guy.
He's even
That's
gonna have
Porter.
a card.
He got, 28 billion credits and has all rubies.
You just heard that right there from Mike Young. He's going to have his own MUT card. That's going to be fantastic.
Oh, I get my own MUT card?
Yeah.
Wait, Cole Cruz is going to be in Madden on the team? What? Be ready to play with the Cruz missile, baby.
All right, now
it's coming.
Guys, it's time to bring in the game changers.
Awesome.
It's time to bring in our YouTubers. We have Onto the Boss and we have iMavic. They're going to ask the tough questions. I just gave the layups. I just gave you the easy ones.
Okay.
These guys are going to ask the tough ones.
All right.
All right.
So let's bring them in. Onto, iMav, come on in, guys.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing?
How are you? Good to see you. Gibbs.
Gentlemen.
What's up, bro? Good to see you. What a time to be alive.
All right, we have a nice wide set here. We could basically start our own team right here, almost, right? But,
Right.
All right, Anto, Mav, take it away.
Well, I saw the trailer. I noticed a lot of familiar faces, and I wanted to ask Mike, what other stars did you work with when creating Longshot?
Well, we mentioned earlier Mahershala Ali. That was pretty insane. It was before he won the Academy Award. What was cool about the role at the time is I think we were mostly familiar with him being this like tough military guy and things like Hunger Games or, a tough character and like House of Cards. But we got to bring him in and he's playing this father. And I think everyone on set that day was like, I wish he was my dad. He was so warm with the children, and it was a way up until, obviously Moonlight, he plays a father figure, but we hadn't seen that yet.
Yeah.
So it felt like, wow, we're seeing a different side of him, and it was so amazing. We had the Dan Marinos, the Chad Ochocinco's.
Wow.
Those days were super fun. Everybody was geeked out.
Chad Johnson took everyone to sushi. At the end of the
Afterwards?
day, he was
Wow.
like, who wants to go with me to get sushi? We're like, what? There's a 40-person
That's
crew
actually awesome.
standing around. We're like, what, all of us? He's like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, he had a blast.
That was pretty cool. I mean, we had film legend Barry Corbin. I mean, there's just
that was a good moment.
so many people and so many stories from set. It was incredible. I think people will love the cast because it feels grand. I think a lot of the gaming stories feel small, like not very many characters, not many sets, but I think this is an epic story with an epic amount of places you see, epic amount of cast, all just so much variety to it. Women, children, 80-year-olds, 8-year-olds, so it was really cool.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Nice.
Mav, your turn.
So I guess my question would probably be for the stars here, all right?
Oh, that's easy.
Step up.
So I know it was a 4-year process, right? Putting together Longshot. What would you say was the biggest challenge for you guys?
Oh, man.
Tough ones.
Waiting.
Making them think, yeah.
Waiting.
Yeah.
To get a phone call from Mike 4 years ago, say, hey, we want to make this game in Madden, and we'd love for you to be a part of it, and then not hearing another word from anyone for like 9 months, and I'm just like,
Right?
Did he change his number? I get a text back, it's like, sorry, new phone, who this? I'm just like, am I still a part of this thing anymore? And then 2 years ago, we end up in Vancouver for just a week, just JR and I, and I walk in and I'm like, they've already got all this footage of other people playing our roles, like stunt guys and stuff. They had done like some test footage. I'm like, I got recast again?
Right.
And then I couldn't make it down to Orlando. I was shooting something in New York, and then there's a table read in Orlando, and some guy texts me, because I went to high school and college in Orlando, and I knew this cat. He texts me, he's like, yo, I'm at this table read, and I was like, they cast me again! They recast me again! It was just like the waiting, I'd say, was like my biggest problem, was like, because it takes even double the time of a movie or a TV show. Like sometimes you'll shoot a movie or a show and next year it's coming out. But with the game, the cycle to build this thing from the ground up takes so long. And it was just shifting my brain that way.
I mean, but yeah, Scott mentioned the 4 years ago, he was the first person to verbally commit to this thing, which was great because I got to make the script him. Think about his specific talents, his personality, and really custom the role for Scott. And having somebody like Scott commit early was definitely a lot of confidence that this thing could be real and people were excited by it. And then we went on the long journey of trying to get it greenlit and all that.
Okay.
So mine isn't as deep at all. My biggest hurdle was getting over this doggone camera that you have in your face.
Oh.
Right? Like, so we're having arguments, and like we forget this camera's there, and we just like clashing the camera. And every time it clacks, like we got to start over.
Yeah.
And, like,
And every time you got to start over, you got to do.
Yeah, you got to do the T-pose and.
Okay.
That was my biggest one.
Okay.
Just like the. Have you ever seen like the motion capture shoot where they have the thing and the dots all over your face?
Yeah.
You can't put your hand in front of your face. You might want to wipe your nose. Can't wipe your nose.
Can't wipe your nose.
So it's more
might have a
takes
little
than you're used to doing.
Yeah,
for
and
like
if you want
film.
your character to rub his eye in the scene, you got to do this.
Yeah, you're like
you got to like reach, but not actually touch your face.
Exactly.
It's like so strange.
So that was one of mine.
Yeah, we got really close because we spent in effect 6 weeks together in wetsuits with each other.
For real.
It was just me and him in wetsuits.
That was some man
Bunch
moments.
of shiny balls all over ourselves in
Right.
face makeup that looked like we were a Cats reject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made it fun. Way more challenging. What's amazing about the cast is that they're in the same white wall room every day with these suits. They don't have costumes. They don't have props. It's all in their mind. And these performances are so believable and natural. And I'm just so proud of what these guys did. And I think with those cameras and how unnatural it is to have 40 people staring at you and then these weird outfits and all these rules in addition to just being present in the acting, I'm just blown away by them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
I think we all just had a moment. I feel like we're all becoming friends, like closer.
Without
I'm
the
excited
suit,
about it.
yeah.
Hug
this one out.
If we can hug it out, we'll hug it out.
The
But
same emotion you'll find in Long Shot.
Hey.
I got a question for you guys though. Are you excited about Long Shot?
I am excited.
I am.
It's like the first
Definitely.
time we've seen something like this, so I think a lot of fans are going to be excited as well to play it.
Nice.
Right, yeah, it's a new experience to Madden. So
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to reach a whole new audience, bring a lot of new people in, and hopefully that carries over to the other modes as well.
you know, the crazy thing is about that is a lot of guys like you YouTubers and that create content online, you guys would like fake making your own story mode, right? But now you got one.
Now we got
you
it.
got one, right?
Now we
And
got
so
it.
Now you actually have a true, authentic story.
Exactly.
A lot goes to these guys. There's a lot of guys behind the scenes that you got to give a shout out to as well. But overall great experience. I got two things for you though. He's got
I
one.
do have one thing to say. I just got one thing to say, and it's important for everybody out there. When you see this and you know that Devin is a character that you're going to play, not everybody's Devin is going to be the same. And it's important that we get the point across. Everybody's going to be able to play Devin differently. There's branching dialogue. There's different choices. The outcome of this game, you think everybody's going to get drafted? That ain't the case, man.
Not necessarily.
That ain't the case. So everybody's going to have a different path with Devin. It's not just, oh, I got to play as Devin and Colt. No. You play Devin how you want to play Devin. You play Colt how you want to play Colt. That's it. So you still have all of that opportunity to make your own choices.
Right.
It's fantastic stuff, guys. I appreciate all of you for Scott, Mav, Mike, JR, Anto. I appreciate it. I got one request, and you're going to have to help me make it happen. We have to find the behind the scenes of them smacking into each other with the drink. You got to get them in the wetsuits. I got to see it because we're going to put all that online. I mean, we're gonna find a way to do it. We're going to find a way.
Expose them.
We'll make sure you look good. Don't you worry. Yeah, let's get one. Let's get one.
do this.
Another one here for the fans. Get it. Oh.
That's right. Yeah. He's on video.
Oh, yeah.
Man, for a guy
First
who's never
timer.
seen himself in pictures, he takes a while.
There we go.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for Long Shot Madden NFL 18, a story mode you can play. And right now, we're going to kick it over to the other football game, a little football. Send it.
Football.
Football.
There's no I in it, I bring it on my team. Who do you wanna holler, who do you wanna never know? Don't be a sheep when you can be the GOAT. Greatest of all time and you never know. Don't show up to my show if you've got no
That is right. We are going from football to football. It's a golazo! It's the hottest game known worldwide.
Absolutely.
FIFA, and it's back. It's bigger than ever. FIFA 18. I'm here with Sam and Matt, the creative director and the lead gameplay designer, talking about a brand new FIFA, guys. Now, last year, FIFA 17 blew the world away. How are you guys doing up in Vancouver, knowing that you have to top that and make it even bigger and better this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's always what drives us, right? We always want to bring the best game to market, and yeah, last year was a massive year on many levels. It was the transition to the Frostbite engine, which was huge. It sold over 21 million copies, so a record year across the board.
Not bad.
Not bad,
21
not bad.
mil, you know?
And then obviously one of the bigger things was the introduction of the Journey and Alex Hunter, who in just 1 year has become one of the most famous names in all of football. So an incredible year all round.
I mean, we had the Men in Blazers on stage.
We did.
So hyped about Alex Hunter. What's he up to? What's he doing? But it's not just about Alex Hunter, obviously. I mean, when you guys announced the cover star for FIFA 18, everybody was like, whoa, that looks way better than that statue that was at that airport. That looks actually like Cristiano Ronaldo. But bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo, what is that experience just to kickstarting that experience and making it happen? How did that feel once it all culminated into what it became in FIFA 18?
Jose, well, first of all, it was an awesome experience working with the best football player in the world. We went to Madrid a few months ago to motion capture Ronaldo, and we're putting his animations in the game. So he's basically helping us create what it is the biggest leap in the history of gameplay. So that's quite important for us, special attention in gameplay this year. So there's so many new features that I want to tell you about gameplay. There's 4 pillars: the player, the teams, the atmospheres, and the dramatic moments. And let me start with the player. First of all, we have a brand new animation engine. It's called the Real Player Motion Technology. It's a system that allows us to pick animations every single frame. In the past, we used to do every step the player takes, that's an animation, and then we would just chain different animations, different steps. Now, because it's every single frame, for the human eye, just looks like one fluid motion. The movement of the players is very fluid. And this engine also gives us responsiveness, fluidity, and personality. So you will see how the entire feature set is about those 3 things: responsiveness, fluidity, and personality. For personality, as I mentioned, we're putting Ronaldo animations in the game, and now if you look at him, he runs exactly like Ronaldo. From any camera, you will recognize him right away. We also have the tools that allows us to personalize the movement of players, like Sterling, you saw in the video, how his hands are a little bit...
Sterling with a goal!
Oh yeah, Sterling, his hands like that, Robin, the hands more like in this position, Jordi Alba, the chest up. You will see all those characteristics in the game, and we have also 6 new archetypes for more personality for every single player in the game. So before, all the players would share the same animations for running. Now there is the short, medium, and tall player with the skinny and stocky options. So everybody is going to have more personality in the way they move. Then there is the dribbling overhaul. This is my favorite. Dribbling is so much fun, so responsive. And you will see a lot of personality. So you will see the players avoiding doing all those fancy things with dribbling, just with the left stick, just by jogging, for example. And if you pass the ball to somebody like Messi, he's going to be so explosive. You're going to see how he stretches to get to the ball. He leans. He's looks very cool. The visuals are very improved from previous years. And also, if you pass the ball to somebody like Iniesta, he's going to be so good at hiding the ball, but he's not that explosive. So you need the combination of things. And there's also features for the team. There's a brand new positioning system that allows players to coordinate between each other to provide different types of support all the time. There's always going to be somebody doing a safe support, so you can keep possession with a safe pass. There's going to be people doing diagonal runs, trying to unmark themselves, attacking runs, and they're going to be playing closer to the sidelines, so wider, in order to create better spaces. And you can now read football like professionals do in real life all the time, trying to read the situation. You can do that in FIFA. So we also have a lot of play styles. For example, when you play career mode, you will have a different experience, so team personality, depending on what play style they do in real life. So for example, we have the tiki-taka, a lot of first-time passes, long balls. If you have players that are very good at dribbling, you will see them trying to beat on defenders, different options. And also for the defensive side, there's quite options like catenaccio, harass, there's many of them. Then there is the next part, which is the dramatic moments. We are changing our crossing mechanics, so now crosses are more dangerous, more driven, and the actual controls also change a little bit as well. We are improving our through balls, the shooting system, now that the trajectories are closer to the goal to give you more realistic outcomes, but doesn't mean every single shot is going to the net. And finally, we have the atmospheres, which is very important as well. And there's regionalization, so basically depending on where you're playing in the world, you're going to have a different experience. The lighting is different, the position of the sun is very authentic, so you have the same experience as you get in real TV. There's a lot of props around the field, like even cars or commercial things, banners, flags, like in South America, for example. And there's a lot of work on the crowds. There's a lot of new chants, so you have a better audio experience, as well as the crowds now behave individually, so you will see them reacting very different than before. When there's a goal, for example, they will try to jump a couple of rows down, and you can actually celebrate with the crowd. You can hug them. You can do many different things. The gameplay is very, very fun this year.
There's a lot.
Yeah, so, I was gonna say, so you guys didn't really do much, right? Not very
No, we put our feet up for a year. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, when, channeling all of that newness within a game like FIFA, especially when people have grown to expect it to play a certain way, do you guys ever, is it a challenge for you guys to make it new, but still make it seem like the players who are good at FIFA can jump in and know exactly what they're doing and notice the differences that you guys made?
For sure, it's always a challenge. The game has to be very deep. So people that are new to FIFA, that's true. People that are new to FIFA, they need to be able to play it easily, and then people that are very experienced, there needs to be a lot of depth in the mechanics. But we think that fluidity is the key this year to be able to have the entertaining game for everybody that tries to join the game.
Nice. And I also understand we have a clip, a little gameplay trailer that we saw inside that we're going to take a look at right now. Show that beautiful footage.
Loud at you. No. Energy.
PS4 for the players.
Obviously,
come on.
I want that in my life. And obviously, introducing The Journey last year, we talked about it earlier. Alex Hunter, the most tweeted about footballer in the history of the world. He scored like 32 million goals last season. 36 million, sorry, Alex Hunter.
360 million, actually.
You know what?
Come on, don't undervalue
He
him.
scored over 1 million goals. There's no need to talk about how many over hundreds of millions of goals. And now we see a new iteration.
Absolutely, he's
the
back.
journey's continuing.
He's back for his second year, so it's one of those modes where we can't really divulge too much because we don't want to give it away. But no, we can't.
Those guys aren't listening. They're deep into the pitch right now.
But we're bringing him back. It's bigger and better. We're taking him to a wider world of football. So obviously within FIFA the game, we have a global appeal with football. We represent the sport globally. For the Journey 1, he was a lad from London, so we said it in the EPL. That was his breakout year. So again, without divulging too much, he's going to spread his wings a little bit. So there's some surprises in store for Alex, and he's going to kind of spread his wings around the global world of football. So he's possibly not locked to England this time. So lots going on in his life. It's a tumultuous year for the young lad.
Well, if you weren't one of the 21 million players who played FIFA 17, break it down a little bit about what the journey was when you guys kicked it off last year, and how you would like to see it go from here on out.
Yeah, so the journey was a cinematic mode, which we were able to do through the power of Frostbite. So it's one of the benefits of the Frostbite transition. And what it allowed us is to really kind of give a window into the world of football that we've never had before. So we've always done a great job of focusing on the 90 minutes on the pitch. We've never kind of gone behind the curtain and taken it off the pitch. And in this modern world, that's something that people have an interest in. You know, with Twitter, you can kind of have a window into the lives of footballers like never before. So we wanted to really bring that kind of what makes a footballer tick, what's his, you know, family, background, all that kind of stuff. And obviously it resonated spectacularly. A whole bunch of those completed it through to the end and replayed it in many cases. So it really offered us an opportunity to show a side of football that we'd never done before in FIFA. And in terms of where we want to take it, obviously year one was his breakout year. Year two, he's now a bit of an established star. What he won was entirely up to the users, so you could have won the FA Cup, you could have won the EPL, you could have even got relegated. That was one of the beauties of it. It wasn't on rails, there was a lot of choice, and basically his career was in your hands. So we pick up from where we left off. So if you played Journey 1, you will start on the team you were in. He will have the personality you created through the cinematic moments, and then we'll kind of kick it off. And I will give you a little bit of an insight. We start with him on holiday in Rio, connecting with some of the locals, which you can probably imagine how he connects with locals in Rio.
Rough life.
Yeah.
You know, rough life. So, you know, when creating that story and cultivating all this, how do you go about creating this lore for a character who's going to be going on this journey that you're taking him on, but make it resonate with people who might have been a professional football player, or if they just wonder what that life is like?
Yeah, well, one of the other challenges is making it resonate with people around the globe, because it was set in England, so it's important that the story is fundamentally about football, and it resonates with a football fan. So even if I'm from South America, I can connect with this story on a footballing level. And then the other part of that is just making it an interesting character, just fleshing out the character, giving him an interesting background, interesting support system. So the family, they're all back. So good old Grandad, everyone loved Grandad. He's back this second time round. Mum is back. So just creating not just an interesting character whom you control, but the support system and the characters around him is key, that they resonate with users and are interesting as well. And that obviously happens.
And what do you think was the most crucial sort of piece of feedback you received from people who did complete this journey, or just from fans in general? Was there any sort of comments that they made that you were like, oh yeah, we should sort of go in this route or maybe try something like this?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a great relationship with our fans, and we value their feedback because they're the most important guys. They're the ones that play it. So the good news is they loved it. They really resonated with the fact that they controlled his personality. You know, like I say, it wasn't on rails. One of the things we did take from the feedback was they wanted more big, major decisions in his life, some key decisions that will change Alex and those around him. So keep an eye out for those, some big decisions that you have to make as Alex that will affect the story and the characters and etc. So again, it's one of those hard things to talk to because I don't want to spoil it. But there's a lot of good stuff in there.
I'm thinking like downloadable DLC, a villain character comes into his life. That villain is played by me.
Right. Okay.
Mocapped in Ronaldo's suit, so I run like Ronaldo. I'm ripped like Ronaldo, and it could just create some tension.
We'll put that on the ideas board.
I mean, if there is an ideas board, I'd like that to go right to the top.
Well, I was thinking more of the bottom board.
Obviously, a lot of people are excited about the journey. We do have a trailer explaining what's going down in the second part of this journey coming in FIFA 18.
There is one question on everybody's lips.
What next for Hunter?
Everyone's hunting Hunter.
Alex Hunter has been talked about. I think all this Alex Hunter talk, I think that's just paper talk, if I'm honest.
Sehen wir Alex Hunter bald in der Bundesliga?
Seine Spielweise ist atemberaubend.
Alex Hunter is a proper talent, a huge talent. He needs the right club and the right manager. Any club will be lucky to have him.
Alex Hunter is in the media every day, and it's getting annoying, to be fair.
Oh, it's so irritating. What kind of club would let Alex Hunter go?
And I'm not really sure that a move is the right thing for him.
J'espère qu'il n'y aura rien. But this guy's getting too big for his boots, Black.
Alexander is a great player.
He's a beast. He actually is.
He's very quick.
He's got skills.
Amazing skills.
Hunter è un attaccante fenomenale. Hopefully he's got good people around him. Hunter's bombed his bridge.
He has to look after himself.
Go!
I would move.
Rumours have got to stop.
Don't go, Alex. Alex Hunter, you really are wasting time.
Will Alex Hunter stay or go?
Are you sure this is what risky?
Not about this tour of the US.
What does your heart tell you?
If I stay, it will be double. So should I stay or should I go?
PS4 for the players.
All right, everyone. So we've been talking so much about some fantastic EA games here at EA Play 2017, but you want to know what's really fantastic? Some Battlefield, baby. That's right. We're going to have some Battlefield 1 action. I'm Golden Boy, joined by Andrew Galata, one of the guys working on this incredible game, as well as my homeboy, my partner in crime when it comes to these events. Wes C, how you doing, man?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Fantastic. I can't wait. I mean, we're going to see some awesome stuff with Battlefield 1.
Yep.
In fact, you know what, Andrew? Let's just jump into it. What are we going to see today?
Well, today we're going to take a look at Nivelle Nights. This is a first night map for Battlefield 1.
Okay. Night map.
Yep.
Now, what are some of the challenges with the night maps in particular that you found when you were making the game? Like when you were making, these maps come
Well,
alive?
obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is lighting, right? You don't want to be in complete darkness where you can't see your opponent. You want to be able to view your opponent and get a good shot off. So it's really finding that fine balance there, really getting in, making sure that you can be strategic. So we wanted to be able to make sure that you could also find dark corners, hide a little bit, get where you needed to go.
Sounds like my play style.
Oh, yeah.
Just hide in a corner. And
hide in a corner, just snipe, right? That's what you're doing?
No, I just wait with a shovel. And then when they
you're the
come back,
shovel guy.
whack
Yeah,
him in the back of the head.
yeah.
That's how I roll, Wesley. What about you? How do you play?
Well, I'm trying to stick to assault. I'm more of an infantry player, so that close quarter setting, which we'll see in a minute, is definitely something that you can focus on this new map. Having played it in the testing environment, you're going to see some good close quarters gameplay.
Yeah,
today.
the trenches play really well here.
Yeah, they do play really well. And there's some interesting differences between the two trenches that I think we'll talk about later on in the stream.
I can't wait. I can't wait to share it.
So many details put into this
people
map.
had a chance to play this before in the test server.
Yep.
Was it as detailed as it is here, or are people going to see some new things that they haven't seen before if they played in the server?
Yeah, so on our CTE, the community test environment, it was in its kind of pre-alpha phase. So you're going to see a lot more details. So it's really refined, making sure the artwork is as polished as possible, the gameplay is as polished as possible. So you might find a few little areas for cover that you probably didn't have on the CTE.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And, it's very exciting because I think when a lot of people thought about World War I, and it's exciting for some, and for others it's also concerning, which you'll see in a little bit. They have nothing to be concerned about because everyone thought, oh, World War I, trench warfare.
Right.
That must be so boring. And
Yeah,
obviously you guys didn't do that when the game first came out, but now you are bringing it to the trenches.
Right.
What were some of the challenges in making that combat feel exciting?
Well, when you think of World War I trench warfare, it's one trench on one side, one trench on the other, and you wait, right? Who's going to storm the other? And then the guys who get up out into the open, they're the ones that die first. But the way we went about it is we wanted to create a no man's land in between both trench sets. So we put a lot of cover and a lot of interesting spaces where you can even have some really good combat outside of the trenches. But once you go in, the turns and the corners and all the little nooks and crannies, tons of fun happening.
All right, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Nivelle Night here, and this again, this map looks incredible. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out here at EA Play, oh man, you're gonna be in for a treat here. Wesley, what do you have for me, buddy?
Just wanted to say straight up, you might have noticed we're playing the Conquest game mode, but both sets of teams have got 2 captured flags already. And then in the no man's land in the middle, that's where you've got 2 neutral, uncontested flags.
Yeah, that's something really unique to this. We wanted to make sure that the 2 flags that were in your point are the flags that you already own. We thought it'd be really weird if you had to capture the flags that were already in your trenches.
Okay, is that something that you guys are experimenting for this one, or is it something that we could potentially see in other maps as well?
Yeah, I think that you might be seeing some more of this in the near future.
Yeah, because it is a little weird, right? To like start the game off and you're like, okay, well, we know what we're gonna get, right? So you might as well just get to the action quicker, by just giving those 2 spots there, and it also makes that encounter a bit more intense for C and D because you want to be able to push up
right in the middle.
The no man's land, as you guys had mentioned before. Okay, so taking a look. Oh my goodness, just got absolutely shredded on that one. Bange just did all the work on that.
I think we're on board with Stone Mountain here, and we're in the middle of no man's land, heading towards Dead Steel, and you might just be able to see over to the left as he goes over the hill here. You can see the massive shell of a SHA-2C behemoth there, and that's been added in recently, I think.
Yeah, so what you're seeing now is the remains of a shelling, right? what happened in this time, this is based on Nivelle offensive, where you had a shelling attack on the German front. And this is what we're seeing. This is the results, and you're fighting within the midst of that.
And they're doing their absolute best to be able to maintain control here of C, get Dead Steel locked down. I wonder what Stone's gonna, where he's gonna send his troops. Oh, they're looking to push forward. They're looking to push toward B.
Gonna take B.
Okay, I like that. Stone Mountain, Unit 64 on the move, and he's gonna find someone in front of him. Nice kill there on Q. JB, take a seat. Loving that.
Well, it's interesting that he's decided to go for the B point rather than going for the other no man's land flag. So what he's essentially saying to his troops is, look, let's take their trench line and force the issue onto them. Because as we said, they were already captured for that team anyway, and they've decided to just go straight for it and take those flags instantly.
This is exciting because, you know, the players right now, you have to make a decision. I mean, if I'm, you know, if I'm this squad, I'm thinking, okay, well, we need to push. We have to get a little aggressive. We have to, you know, do our absolute best here to kind of maintain our positions. And, you know, the German forces, they only have 2 flags at this moment. Meanwhile, on the other side, though, the French, they're dominating.
They are dominating at the moment. And actually, as we were watching Stone Mountain there going for some of the enemy trench lines, we ended up seeing that the 2 objectives that they'd run away from ended up getting taken by the enemy team. So the whole map sort of flipped itself on its head for a minute.
All right, and here's Miss on your screen here. Miss Ella, sorry, Miss Ella Cronin. Not Missile, Miss Ella Cronin.
Oh, the tank, the tank.
Wait, is there a tank out right now?
Yeah, look, in front of them you can see the HUD icon there.
You also got a little activity in the trenches down there as well. That player knew that he was in a real bad spot, so he had to get out of Dodge as soon as he possibly could. Then one of the things I do like about this with the trenches is, you know, there is that, as you saw right there, Miss just threw the nade over. Who knows who that'll hit, right? Like, you'll never know in the trenches.
Yep. Anybody could be hiding behind those corners.
Boy, Muggs ended up getting picked off there.
The lighting's really interesting in the trenches here, actually, because you've got some points that are very well lit. It's just certain parts. And then you go into the straight, narrow trench, moving towards the next bit of light. But you've got almost nothing in between. So you're just seeing the outlines of players off in the distance.
Yeah, and what's left of the moonlight to kind of light those spaces.
Well, let's talk about the lighting, though, because there is a distinct difference between the French and German side when it comes to the lighting.
Yeah, so this is really an interesting part of the map. We took a lot of interest in creating differences between the sides. And the way we did that, what you'll see is there's quite a symmetry in this map. And the way we did that to change it up is kind of the lighting played a big role. So we made one side, the German side, you'll see a lot of electric lights. So you'll see searchlights, you'll see a lot of light bulbs, and that's going to be a good indicator that you're on the German side of the map. So that is actually quite true to history too. What we saw was the Germans buckled down, they fortified their trenches, and that's why they survived this attack. And then the French side is going to be a lot more organic. You got the fires, you got flames keeping it lit, and everything's kind of wood, and it's all very organic on that side.
Almost feels like it's a little bit more, it's been made in a hurry. Like, it was like, we've got to make this now before the Germans make their push.
The French really didn't have a lot of time.
No.
Well, what we saw too is that the French kind of thought that the Nivelle offensive was going to be a big win. They did the shellings and they thought this is going to be it. So they weren't in it for the long haul, but they proved to be wrong.
Yep. One of the things I really enjoyed about BF1 when it came out, and we're still seeing it today, is I feel like we have a new generation of history buffs who have emerged because of Battlefield 1. Like, people who are genuinely into the history of World War I.
Yeah.
Because it is, it's the Great War, but there's so many stories to tell and things that people just don't really know about, which makes it very, I guess, encapsulating, right? It makes you want to learn more. But, we're going to check out some sniper gameplay here from my main man, Doom49. Don't let us down, buddy. Get those shots off. Yeah, he was able to get an enemy hit there, giving him 80 points. And he's just going to continue to march down here toward E, getting ready for the Danzig trench. I'm looking for him to take off some faces here. It'll be pretty dope if he's able to do so. And they have 4 points right now, so they are marching down the battlefield. No pun intended. I'm sorry.
It's actually very interesting because if you look at that was a nice shot there. That was lovely. But if you look at the points at the moment, it's going on a streak here.
Oh no! If he would have gotten that shot through the trees, I would have just put his headset down and walked away.
But yeah, if you look at, even though the the teams are slightly imbalanced on their flags at the moment. The actual score between the two is very, very close.
Yeah.
And, well, maybe it's just the fact that when this was all organised, they went, oh, we're going to make this really even on both teams.
I know, right?
Oh, bit of bayonet charge there.
Oh,
it didn't pay off for him. I think he missed his target.
Gamer Snack with the pick off there.
Yeah.
Paul, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, and Westy,
I mean, sorry, Andrew.
No worries.
Dear
Westy,
Lord.
I think to your point, I think that because this is a balanced map, it's very symmetrical. I think that that's what makes this a really easy map to kind of have those balanced gameplays.
Yeah, because, I mean, looking at it, the structure of it, almost with the trench lines being very similar, you've almost got that feeling instantly anyway. You've got that...
Rage quit.
I'm out of here.
That's it, done.
You've got that feeling of it being very balanced from the start, and it's just dependent on whether your team can communicate properly, whether you use the squad leader function to make sure that you're covering your own objectives and then attacking like another single or maybe two objectives at once, and then that balance can remain. But if you decide to go too far forward and push too much and don't cover the flags that you currently own, then the enemy team can get in those trenches. It's very hard to get them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, looking to hold down here on B in the front line. It's a command center of fort of such. So you got fortified buildings around you and good cover as well, and high ground advantage, as you can see. X Factor taking advantage of those opportunities when he sees fit. This guy, man, he is a fantastic Battlefield player and also a great YouTuber, as are all of these creators here. Great streamer as well. I happen to tune into his Twitch streams quite a bit. But Muggs manages to find him. But luckily for him, Ponyline was there on the pickup. He's not just a great pilot, he's a great medic as well.
That's what you're looking for in a medic, really.
Yeah.
You need somebody to come and revive your players.
That's the thing,
Keeps
man.
that ticket count.
Playing the squad and my team, they always abandon me. Then again, I do tend to like run out all the way out
You
to
play
the middle
rogue.
of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, follow me, get the hint, dog. Like,
Right.
just come with me and we'll win the whole game.
You're that lone wolf kind of player.
Yeah, I'm the worst kind, to be fair. What I do typically, though, is I hop into a tank, and then I just drive around as much as I possibly can and destroy people. Speaking of that, how many tanks can you get on Neville Knight?
So there's one tank on each side.
Okay.
That's the plan here. We wanted to keep it pretty infantry focused. So once you start going too heavy, I mean, you're going to get some cavalry as well.
Okay.
So that's where you're going to get a little of that quick gameplay. But we wanted to just stay very infantry focused.
I think that's really good because obviously you've got these trench lines.
And that's for a reason, right?
You want the trench lines to be utilized.
Yes.
So if you gave them loads of vehicles, suddenly everyone's not using the trenches that you've built.
Right.
And especially because you've built a lot of the objectives around the trench lines.
Yeah.
The only other two are the ones in no man's land in the middle.
Yeah, and that's why there's no planes in here as well, right? We don't want you having bombing runs on the trenches.
It really takes away from it.
That's
right?
no fun.
Yeah,
Nobody
exactly.
wants that.
You're in a trench. Like, what more can you do?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
you can
situation?
vault out, but that's, we all know how that goes.
Oh boy, here we go. Muggs looking to
good.
do
He's looking
some
to
work.
destroy some people.
Going for
He's
E.
a fantastic sniper, man. I watch
Oh my
his streams
gosh.
a lot, and he is such a great sniper. Oh, don't give the business. Don't
Had to
give
go
the
with the
business.
secondary, and he did not.
That's the
pull it
commentator's
through.
curse, that is. We said he was so
I
good.
know.
Yeah, you give them all the compliments, they never pull through.
Dude, it always happens that way. Always happens without
the
fail.
revive, got the revive. There it is.
I love it. There you go. March on down. X Factor. You're done.
This is one of the new weapons that's just been introduced as well, that you guys introduced in, was it the May or the spring update? I think you added a few new variants of
Yeah, we had
weapons.
some new variants that we introduced in the May update.
Yeah, so this is the
And the spring
Hellregal
update.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I think it was the spring update.
This is the Hellregal Defensive, which has
Yeah.
got an optical sight, 120 round drum magazine. Why
Huge.
you'd ever need that
Huge.
many bullets?
Well,
And
you know, if you really want to spray and pray, right?
And it's also got the bipod as well. So I guess if you wanted to set it up behind cover and literally as the weapon.
Well, when you lay
suggests.
prone, you are going to be
Here we go.
a little more accurate. Let's see it.
See if we
Look
can
at
get.
that. Look at the spread on the bullet too. You see the way that they're just really going in like a tight order,
Yeah. Yep.
which is fantastic. Like that is certainly
Oh.
something you want to see if you hit that.
The grenade paid off. He took half health there.
Yeah, nice.
Now he's going to try and charge in here.
Oh, there it is. This is
There's
how it
the
works.
kill.
There we go.
The one and only Dankness 429. He hates that name, but I'm going to keep saying it every time he's on screen.
There you go. Pop some smoke, get some cover.
Yep.
It's interesting again here because we're on board with the. Who are we on board with here? We're on board with the French army, and they're taking back the flags that they had at the start of the round.
Right.
And as you can see up the top there from the flag layout, they are sort of fairly behind in terms of the flags they've got at the moment.
Well, it
The
looks like
score,
they're
a-
rallying here.
But they're ahead on score, so the Germans need to pick up a little bit.
Looking around here, Darkness issuing those orders.
Looks
when
like
he
it's
can.
He wants one.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is.
So they're now going to capture their second objective within their own
front
trench
line.
lines. Oh, lovely takedown there of X Factor.
Darkness, man. I'm telling you, we should change his name. He doesn't think so. And there's Miss Ella Cronin, who I mistakenly called Missile a little while ago. But she's flying through the trenches like a missile. Oh, there you go. That's what I do. You gotta bring it back somehow.
That worked. That worked.
One in front. Throwing down a couple
Wasn't
shots.
even looking for that.
Nukem Dukem, man. Where's your
There's your
awareness,
tank.
dog?
On board with Doom. Doom 49.
One and only. I think he's top fragging on his squad there, or on the whole team. As a matter of fact, I have to look at that yet again.
On the topic of lighting, Andrew, I want to ask you a question because Battlefield 1 has some dynamic weather in it.
That's
as well. Does Nivelle Nights have the same kind of dynamic weather that other maps do?
No, we're not going to see any storms or any sand or anything like that coming in here. This takes place in French soil or on French soil, so it's going to be kind of what you see here. We feel like the night is really kind of where we want to create that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the darkness itself gives it a lot of coverage, and imagine adding anything more into that, it could be a little bit difficult. Who are we on board with here? I think it's Doom 49. Oh, he takes the shot.
Said darkness.
Nice.
Whoa, there you go. I had to you said darkness and then darkness showed up. It's like, dude.
It worked, right?
It
played.
So good.
It played real well.
Well, I do want to mention that we haven't seen it yet, and I hope one of our game changers manages to make it happen. But what about the Elite Kit, man? I want to see some flamethrower action.
I do too.
Roasting some fools in the trench.
I do too. This is also a great opportunity for maybe a trench raider.
Oh, you have the trench raider on this map.
I think we might be seeing that. It would be only fitting to have a trench raider with a trench map.
That's a very good point.
Not lying.
with the French pack. I mean, this is an extension of Deschamps Pass, this map here. So I think we should see if they can pick one up.
By the way, can we comment on how close this game is right now? 430, 440 to 431. But it seems like the German Empire, they're starting to rally the troops and capture all the bases. All their base belong to the Germans Empire, and they are dominating right now.
Now this seems pretty true to history, I think.
Yeah. I mean, ain't that the truth? The French need to find a way to fight this one back.
They are taking a couple. They are taking a couple of the flags back, and actually you can see a lot of them are actually up for contention. You've got A, D, E, and F. Well, now D, E, and F all up for contention. Yep. But as you can see, they're all being taken by the enemy team as we're watching. So it may come down to a point where we're looking at a lot of flags being taken by one team and not being held by the others.
By the way,
but we're seeing a lot of combat here in the no man's zone, right?
Yeah.
And we just need to see people running towards the flag and starting to capture those points.
Because as much as the trenches can be very lethal when you run around the corner and maybe get hit with a shotgun, they do provide a lot of cover at the same time. If you know no one's in that trench, you can take cover in it.
Yeah, it's a great place to chuck a grenade, as we saw earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, but it is hard though, right, to determine that. So many turns, so many corners. You just never quite know what you're going to find. And by the way, Miss Ella is just crushing it. Oh, well, there you go again.
You just did it.
Just, Andrew,
You gave the curse.
I'm sorry. Miss Ella, I hope you're not mad at me. Over to Muggs now, once again sniping. We know that he loves to do this.
But he's using the Labelle sniper, which is the French one.
Okay, let's see if he finds himself a
missed it.
Some of those flick shots, man. I mean, how do you even do that?
Yeah.
I'm just, like, I sit in awe and watch people who can snipe in video games.
And
it's just incredible.
Stode are like two of my favorite snipers to watch on Twitch whenever they're streaming, because they are so unbelievably talented with this gun. But oh no, Muggs is taking a lot of shots to the left though. He's going to have to dive right into the trench, get, really get himself back
into cover.
Well, you can see the players up on the hill over the far side. That's who he's looking for.
Well, he's going to need Brett effects.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
99
nice sight lines here.
Oh, you can see that kind of guy.
He's taking a hit.
Shot. All it takes, he just literally, all he has to do is breathe on him, and Muggs will fall here. So he's got to be very careful.
Oh, there we see.
Pathogen, good night. Good shot there. Muggs looking to do it again. There you go.
There you go.
He didn't even need to shoot the gun. All you had to do was take the bullets and then throw it at Muggs, and then Muggs would have died just on that alone. Now Doom looking to do his best Muggs impression here.
Look at that score now. The French have pulled it all the way back round.
I can't believe it. This is just Battlefield at its finest. This is actually a really good game.
No, it's so close.
Very impressive stuff here.
And we're storming Dead Steel here.
Yep.
Looks like we're heading that direction.
Here's one of the tanks.
This is X Factor, the one and only.
Later.
Just annihilating.
This is what I love to do personally.
You can
Just
see
get this tank and go over and just, you know, weed out all those, you know, small little, you know, cretins there in the trenches. Oh, yeah. Right there.
You want to be careful not to fall into the trenches. At this point.
True. I probably would have fallen at this moment.
Right.
it's the splash damage potential he's got here. Just firing it against the wall, waiting for the infantry to poke their head out.
Oh,
no. He's in.
Oh, he's in.
So
you can still manage to move around.
Can you?
But I think there's going to be some really tight spots. Look, we also have cavalry in there.
Yeah, because
everyone's in there.
Oh my!
Is it possible?
The whole kitchen sink.
Is it possible to get out of the trench network once you?
I'm thinking no. Oh well, wait.
Oh.
We might see something.
Let's get creative. Let's see what we can do.
This is gonna work.
No.
This is not. Wow.
He's still getting kills. Imagine if you're
impressed.
just going through the
I'm
trenches.
impressed.
You're going through the
Oh no,
trenches.
Limpet's coming in.
See a tank coming.
That was like QJB, I believe. He like ran away. He saw that. No, that's CC24. Saw the tank and was like, no, I'm gonna just go the other way. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that wasn't
that
gonna
was
happen.
easy.
That was not gonna end well.
Squid and Wheezy were going for the Limpet kill there.
Yeah,
I know those guys. They were going for the Limpet kill.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna sit for the repair right here.
So there is. Just,
Oh, they're storming. They're storming. Oh my gosh.
Danger Cow, what are you doing? I think he's stuck.
I think
absolutely.
he's
Absolutely.
well and
There's
truly
no way out.
I think he knows he's stuck too.
And rule number 1 is never leave your vehicle.
Yeah.
So we might see a really boring game here.
Just hanging around.
I disagree. I think this is awesome. He's still getting kills.
There we go. Oh, he's managed to make his way
Well, they're
through.
all trying to take him out.
Here we go. He's working his way along.
We've got this.
Oh,
Wait, we popped up a little bit.
what he needs to try and do is get to one of the rear
Oh,
trenches
to the
where
left,
it
to the
levels
left.
There we
out a
go.
little bit.
Use
Beyonce
the
that.
ball. There we go. Climb
There
up.
you go.
Climb up.
Something needs to push.
No,
the
not
infantry.
happening.
Get
Try it
behind the
again.
tank.
Not
Just go and
happening.
try it again. No.
Was telling us absolutely not going to happen.
If you can get to one of the rear trenches, it does
He
open
can't
out.
go.
You can get
He
around
can't go.
behind.
Yeah, there might be a way out here.
Oh,
Yes.
And we're going to see it.
yes!
There it is.
There it is.
Did it.
Victory nod right here.
So happy.
Back
So
in no
happy.
man's land where it feels comfortable.
Yeah,
Some
imagine
elbow
though
room.
he gets out at that moment and then just gets bombarded.
Oh my
I'm
god,
like, oh,
that would have been amazing.
Only in Battlefield.
He was very loyal to his team because if he'd have left the tank, not only could the enemy team could have got in it, but if it had left it there, then another tank wouldn't have spawned.
Yes.
So he's kind of left the shell
Yeah,
on the battlefield. and
absolutely.
although he kind of took it into the trench himself, he was very good for getting it out.
You know, I like that you're finding the positive there.
Glass half full for Westy, that's what it is.
Yeah, right. Glass half full. Find the positives and the negatives. But just to update everyone on the score. I mean, this is a really close game.
really close.
Super
6:58, 6:45. The action continues to rage on here.
Tickets are still coming.
Yeah, we have 9 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game, and we hope you guys are enjoying it. Once again, if you're just joining us here, you're checking out Neville Knights and the new map that is going to be coming to Battlefield 1. It is the first night map that this game has, and it is awesome.
Yeah, and it's coming later this month.
Later this month. I'm so excited. And also the other map as well. The other
Breathed
map.
it to her.
Yeah, I can't say that 5 times.
That one I've had to practice for.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm saying it right.
Couldn't you guys just call it like, you know, like darkness?
Well, that would have worked, right? It would have been fitting.
Oh, man. Speaking of darkness, we're going over to Team Darkness here with Mugs TV. Finds one in front of him. That's
Got
going
the
to be
kill.
skill up. That's, never mind, skill down for you, sir.
Oh, very good. That was a nice one.
That's what I
like
do.
that.
You know, that's
Very
why they
good.
pay me
They keep
moderate
coming.
dollars.
They keep coming.
Oh,
Got the hit.
He was going for that upper torso shot, didn't quite land it.
Oh, he was going for a headshot. That's what he wanted.
Hoping for the duck or something.
Muggs only goes for the face. It's just how he operates, man.
Would you say it would be only for the mug?
Only for the mug. Oh,
you like
Andrew, you should become a commentator with me, man. We should
I cannot be as good as you guys.
do this more often. I love it. All right, waiting around here. Muggs.
Again, we're playing in No Man's Land here. A lot of the gameplay that we've seen has been in this No Man's Land section.
But we have seen some really good trench hitting there.
But I think it's typical of the Conquest game mode, where it's the constant movement and the flow.
Yeah.
So if you leave your own trench and go into No Man's Land, take an objective, the chances are that the enemy team's flank around behind you and taking one of the objectives
Absolutely.
that you've left.
And I found my biggest success is usually when I'm trying to control 1 or 2 points.
I can't even with you right now, Muggs. I know you guys are trying to like talk about how great
I
this
was
map
really
is.
trying to be strategic about
No!
this. This is how you do it. He's
what you
grabbing
do.
ribbons left and right.
You just go through and you shred. Period, man.
Let's take D. I hope he can take D.
He should just rename himself the Blender.
No way did he just land that shot. He was getting shot and suppressed by that player, and he landed it straight in the chest.
This guy, man, he is just absolutely incredible.
Taking cover in the chapel here, the ruins.
Looking for the next star. Oh,
whoa!
my
Headshot.
Hell?
Was that a headshot? I don't know.
One
I don't know if
cheesy
it was close though. It was
no,
close.
You won dead,
Looked
mofo.
so good.
My goodness. I can't believe the shots he's getting. He's just getting assists that they're counting his kills because they're like, why not?
Of course,
game?
why not?
Well, he's trying to.
He's finishing it off.
There we go. I think there was one more left. It may have been. Oh, we switched kits. Switched out to the support kit.
He was probably running out of ammo there. Didn't get
Probably
to
Good
see
players,
his
I
ammo
guess,
count.
do that. I haven't run out of ammo before.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like.
Happens to me all the time. God, yeah.
Oh, there's the trench
Oh,
raider.
there it is.
There it is.
That was a trench raider kill.
I wonder who was doing. I couldn't see the name of who was actually running the trench raider. Here we go. Stone
We're
Mountain,
following
of
now.
course.
This is great.
Unit 64 himself.
Unfortunately, we're not in a trench, but we are taking cover. We are
There you
taking
go.
cover here.
This is going to be a good one. I'm
Running
looking
in and
forward
out
to
of the
this.
pillars of the ruins.
So this was. I haven't had a chance to tinker around with the trench raider yet, though.
Yeah,
How
so
fun is he?
super quick, all melee. So you're
Oh.
running, you have a little extra health because you have this armor on.
Yeah.
So it is just all out war. This guy runs around, makes some deadly strikes.
ready.
One hit kills.
Get ready.
You can
Get
land
ready.
it. If you can land it,
Go.
I'm hoping to see something.
Believe in yourself, Stone. No, don't get shot. Leave him alive. Oh,
There's one.
Jehovah. Sorry, buddy.
Look at him on the
Gotta
back
go.
there. You can see
Full
him.
shark,
Three.
definitely.
Oh.
Oh, more like a landfish. Oh, man.
Just dominating
One
the
health.
space.
One health.
Oh,
He's down. He's down.
My goodness.
That was beautiful. That was good to watch.
that was good to watch. That was fun.
He knew the pressure was on him. He heard us in the venue, so he was just
Yeah,
like, oh, I got to
yeah,
show up
yeah.
right now. The screen's on me.
Absolutely. 3 kills in a row. That was worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
The
Going-
trench raider's like one of those counter attacks though, because it's like you've got to take. Because you've only got your melee weapon. It's like you do have the revolver, but it's not the same as an automatic primary weapon. So
And the
can hold
club's the
back.
one-hit kill. I mean, you really want to use that guy.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like if you know there's a couple of players around the corner, but you kind of not got enough health, just step back for a minute, get your health back, and then just storm them.
Storm it.
Yeah, because you're gonna win.
By the way, guys, an update. 5 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes and 17 seconds to be exact, and it is still a close affair between these two teams. 8:28 to 8:39, and the points just keep on ticking. We're on board right now with Darkness429, an incredible Twitch streamer, by the way, if you ever get a chance to check him out. All these guys, once again, I said it before, I'll say it again, amazing creators that we have here at EA Play, looking to just have some fun and also show off some great gameplay on the new map, Neville Knights, coming very soon, next month?
No, coming this month.
This month. Oh,
This month, very soon. You know what we haven't seen yet?
what we haven't seen yet.
No one has actually called in for an artillery strike.
You can call
There
in
is
an
a
artillery
chance
strike
to do that.
How
I
do
didn't
you
know
do that? Wait, you're not going to tell us, are you?
I think we should see if anyone can figure it out.
Yeah,
But I can't go
love
into
that.
it.
Well,
if it doesn't happen by the end of the game,
We should talk.
Yeah,
doesn't the game start off with an artillery strike, though, in the middle of the map?
So you do have a little bit of that, just
Okay.
to kind of set the mood, keep you in your points.
Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. It prevents everyone from like going nuts and just charging straight into the middle like a bunch of crazy people.
And it also adds like a little bit of like story and theme. to it,
Ambiance,
right? Yeah.
right? You know what I mean?
That's
Ambiance.
and that's what this is all about, right?
We're looking at almost a tie score at the moment. It's only 3 or 3. There's no tickets in it. It is literally a tie score. 8-7-1.
So close.
Yeah,
That is-
and
but it
we
may
are
not be
going to the
tied for
time.
soon.
We are going to the time, just so you guys know.
So 3 minutes,
50 seconds.
50 seconds. Okay.
And this game could not be any closer if we tried. I swear we did not rehearse this.
This happened last year at Gamescom as well. Both games went down to the wire.
It did, that's right.
Happens every time we do this.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get a bunch of good players in one room and just have them duke it out, man.
100%.
And Doom here with the trusty shotgun.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
Melee.
dear.
That's gotta hurt.
Yep. You heard the scream. You knew it was coming. Bayonet, it's on its way.
Yeah, well, that's funny because he's like looking around. He's like, is it above me or is it below me? And then there's just nope right in front of you going through your kidney. Here.
Well, I guess that's a good point of the vertical gameplay that you're going to get here, right? You have to pay attention to where you are, capture the winner in the trenches.
A little bit too here for Darkness. He was in the middle of nowhere, man, and he was a target. As soon as you start shooting, you just, especially with the dark map, right, and the way that it's laid out, the muzzle fire, you really see that, and you can tell. And again, that's where the lighting really plays a role in this game, and what you're able to do.
Yep. You really finds those nice dark corners. But what you're also going to see when they start sniping, especially on the hilltops, those silhouettes that are moving, you see the movement, fire away.
And that's correct, because over the back you have some, almost like some AI elements, don't you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
2 minutes, 25 seconds,
But
9:24,
oh, we're getting down to the wire
9:53.
here. Yeah, the gap's opened up just a tad though. The rocket gun comes. Oh,
That's a lot
deflect.
of damage.
That was a deflect. Second round, engine disabled. Can he finish it off? There we
Done.
go. It's gone. Beautiful.
Just go for it, Stone. Just shoot and believe in yourself, man. Shoot it into the darkness. I
The
dare
whistle's
you.
blowing, time to charge.
I know, right? Well, they are going to be able to overtake C. Both teams have 3 flags, but the C and D flag are swapped, so expect to see a lot of activity. Who's going to be able to win out that battle in the midfield is the question. Stone Mountain rallying with his team forward, shooting his teammate because reasons. And it's over to A, and they are going all the way out to the other side of the map for that last-ditch effort here, Andrew.
There's only 15 tickets.
I hope we see something incredible here.
They have to cap at least 2 in order for them to come back into this one, I think, with 1 minute and 23 seconds, because it's
I'm not
still
sure
very
it's
close.
going to happen.
Yeah, no, it won't
I mean,
happen.
we're down. They are capturing 2 points.
I can't see it happening personally.
I think it's going to go.
You think it's...
No, I think 3 tickets. Nah, they're not going to do this. Not going to do it.
Not going to happen.
It's going to be real tight. Let's see if it happens. They're resupplying like
there you
crazy.
go.
Game over.
To 1,000, and that's
So
right. As a
close.
matter of fact, it was to 1,000, which I don't think, I mean, we figured we were going to make it there or till the game ending. Either way, though, they needed to stop literally everything from happening, and that was not the case. Team Darkness will reign supreme. Oh boy, what a match! That was awesome.
Well, it's kind of fitting too, because it was a dark map.
I have to say, well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from that game, because there were a metric crap ton of highlights from that game, man. I have to say. Doom49 had a couple great shots, as well as Muggs. Muggs, I think, was a superstar this whole game, though. Just getting shot after shot after shot. He was absolutely tearing it up.
I mean, like, watching Muggs do some of that sniping, sometimes it's not even the accuracy, it's the continued accuracy beyond the first shot. Like first shot, second shot, third, and every single shot lands. It's incredible.
Only in Battlefield moments right there.
Yeah. And here's the thing, that's not just marketing speak. That is like actual, like, you get these crazy moments in this game because of the open nature of it, right? That's what lends to the uniqueness
Super dynamic.
of this game.
Yeah. This is the stuff that drives us when we're making these games. We want to make sure we provide these ways to create those moments.
And I'm particularly glad too, because as a person who really enjoys infantry combat, I like that this map really highlights the infantry combat.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, right? The gun mechanics in Battlefield are fantastic. I want to be able to take advantage of it as much as possible. And do my thing, period.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff all around,
So
I have to say. And I mean, Wesley, thoughts on the map?
I think the map's really, really good. Because it's the first night map, very different from anything that you've created so far. The lighting really lends itself to a different style of gameplay.
Yeah.
You can see that, the trench close quarters action. Yes, you can get that on some other maps, but because of the nighttime setting, everything's a little bit closer together, so it's much more chaotic.
Yeah, we saw a lot of close quarter combat here.
Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. I liked the close quarters combat once again, but I think that's something that we're all going to kind of echo here, because it's yes, you have it in other maps, but it's just a different feeling. It's a different tone. I really feel like, if I had to think about how BF1 would do full-on trench combat, that is admittedly how I would want it to be.
So glad to hear that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it was able, it was nailed, right? Because when I play this, I'm going to be super into it, because I can just get into trenches, hide in a corner, shotgun some fool, hit him with a pan, just awesome stuff. Oh, you guys need pans in the game.
That might come up. Now that you've recommended, I'm going to put that on the list.
Whoa. There you go.
Let's see if the designers will take
Revelations
it.
here.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm a great game designer, kind of, sort of, not really. All right, guys. Well, awesome time here. But for now, though, let's go ahead and send it over to Jose, who's down on the floor. Jose, what you got for me, buddy?
Hey guys, I'm hanging out here with Miss Ella Cronin, who I was trying to get an interview with at the end of that round. That's why our team sort of fell behind. So I feel like it was my fault. I apologize. But tell us a little bit about your experience with Neville Knights and how you think it's going to affect the Battlefield 1 players out there.
It's really fun, like the nighttime aspect and the fact that it's dark and so much harder to see what's going on completely changes the atmosphere. So yeah, no, it's really different. It's like a completely different experience.
And how do you approach the night maps as compared to the typical daytime or desert-like maps that we've seen in Battlefield before?